This is Bruce Buffer, and this is the moment you've all been waiting for. It's time for the MMA-Holes!
Mixed martial a-holes. MMA-Holes, 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 MMA-Holes. You like to be a mixed martial a-hole. MMA-Holes, 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 MMA-Holes.
No way.
From the Aunt and Uncle Studios of Arizona, UFC 266 recap. What is next for Nick Diaz? Volkanovski, the best featherweight of all time. The Bullet, Valentina Shevchenko, a beast. Tyron Woodley gets a tattoo about Jake Paul. Let's talk about it with the MMA-Holes. Yeah, baby. Let's go. Monday night, partying, hanging
with the boys.
D-Rest.
with the boys.
I got a D-Rest shirt on, Moss.
Nice. JBM. Nice. Very nice. Hello, friends. Welcome to the show. We're recapping UFC 266 tonight, a card that had a bunch of great fights. Like, it was a really good night on Saturday. Wake up today, find Tyron Woodley with a tattoo on his middle finger. Is it a real tattoo? What do you think after seeing it, Jesse?
Yes, I believe it's a real tattoo, and I believe he got it on his finger because if you get any kind of tattoos on the insides of your hands,
Yeah.
those are usually the best place to put tattoos that, like, are kind of private or, like, you don't really want to show people or you don't want people to see. So, and it'll wear. So I have a feeling
Yeah, it could fade.
that's why he
It could very well fade. Yeah, we're going to look at
Very
it in a
smart,
little bit.
Tyron Woodley.
I think it's, well, I don't know about smart.
Well, smart
don't
because
know.
he
Yeah.
lived up to the promise, so he doesn't look like a liar to everybody. But he put it somewhere that meets all of Jake Paul's rules, but he doesn't have to show anybody.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it could fade. If it doesn't, that would be a bummer for him because literally you see the inside of your hand constantly. Like, it couldn't be in a worse place to be if
Yeah.
it stays. Because
Well-
anything that he does, he will see Jake
But
Paul.
he sees it and just sees it as a moment in his life.
Yeah. You're having a bad day. Think about this, Jesse. You're having a bad day. You're with the family. I don't know, everything's going wrong. You're like, just everyone leave me alone. You're like, you're grabbing for a nice drink to squash all those feelings. And you look inside your hand, you see, I love Jake Paul. If that shit doesn't wear off. Now, I don't know if it is real.
I think it's real.
His jerk-off hand, is that maybe? Yeah, maybe it's his jerk-off hand. He gets to touch himself with it. It's a weird situation. Now, the fact that he's a man of his word, I'm kind of with him on that.
Yeah.
Right? I'm the type of guy that if I make a bet it involves a tattoo, I'm going to get it. I got 2 tattoos to get for you guys. But if it's something like that, I probably would have put it in a different place.
Where would you have put it? On your ass?
On my leg, my foot, anywhere
He's
where
not
I'm
allowed
not.
to put it on his leg.
He's not allowed.
According to Jake Paul's rules,
You can't put it on your leg?
I'm pretty sure it has to be above the waist and in a place that is shown at all times with clothes.
No, that
Yeah.
was when
Go
was
to his
that?
Twitter.
No, hold on a second. The rule, those are the rules after the fight.
Yeah,
Hold on a
after the
second. The deal was to get the tattoo.
Yeah.
It wasn't for the fight.
Yeah.
Get a tattoo. I love Jake Paul. That's the deal, right? Fuck the after the fucking fight rules. Get out of here because he's not guaranteed to get a rematch.
Yeah.
You know, the only way he'll get a rematch is if Jake Paul can't find a dance partner, which is starting to look like that's the case because apparently Tommy Fury's turning him down. He's turning down Anderson Silva. He wants Jorge Masvidal. Masvidal's under contract. Derek Brunson just got signed a contract for a fight, and it looks like it is Cannonier, which is interesting. We'll talk about that. But, I mean, you know, you just get the tattoo wherever the hell you want. I mean, on the inside of his hand is I mean, unless he's just banking on the thing wearing off, which is very possible what he's doing. Looking at this thing over here, some people are speculating that it's not even real. Some people are saying that it could be done with a pen. And at first I dismissed it, but, been under the needle multiple times. And anytime I've got a fresh tattoo, it never looked like this. So that theory...
What do you mean it never looked like this?
It never looked...
It does kind of look like a pen.
It looks like a bullpup. Like, it looks like he just trolled the internet. And he's trending on Twitter right now.
Yeah.
Where's the redness?
You're right. I'm looking at it now, like it does look like a pen.
I think that theory could possibly be correct. And if it is, he is trolling everyone hardcore on the internet. And I can't believe we're starting the show with this fucking crazy stuff. What? But look at it.
Yeah. I think back to when I was in high school drawing on my hand when I was bored in class. Yeah, it looks a lot like a fucking pen,
It does. That shit does not look like a tattoo.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, it does. Now, I actually was...
Look at the eye. See the eye? You can see on the stem of the eye where it looks like the ink kind of spread down the lines of his finger.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And a tattoo wouldn't do that.
Well, there's blowouts. So, I mean, tattoos do that.
That's not a blowout.
I mean, I'm looking at it right now. It appears that like there are blowouts in this freaking thing. But then again, it's such a small...
I see a pen.
Tattoo. You know what it could be too? And Dan Hardy said, and by the way, Dan Hardy, I was watching his back and forth with Woodley. Dan Hardy could possibly be, you think Tyron's annoying until you hear Dan Hardy or you read his tweet. Dan Hardy is so goddamn irritating. Do you have his tweets? Did you pull that up?
No, I actually didn't know he was tweeting about it.
Pop on the internet and throw that as one of the stories. Dan Hardy was going back and forth. He wants I guess he wants to fight Woodley or something. I don't know what it is.
Dan Hardy wants to fight Woodley?
Yeah, this is not the first time this happened. He's been talking shit to Tyron for a while. I don't know where the hell this came from. Maybe it's the welterweight thing. I have no idea. But he said that maybe it's Jake Paul, and the love part is the pen. Because it does, I mean, the love looks way different than everything else, right? Or he could say I love, period, and then Jake Paul. I mean, that could be something too if it is a tattoo. See how it says love and then the period just happens to be...
Why are we reading so much into this?
I don't know because I have no idea. That's what people want to fucking talk about, apparently. I have no idea.
The only way we're going to know is down the road when Tyron Woodley is in the public eye if someone catches whether or not that tattoo is on his finger.
He's going to be like, oh, it's in the inside of my hand. They fade real quick. Or it could be just be a fucking pen.
Faded or not, you'll still see it.
What do you think in the chat, guys? What do you think in the chat? By the way, a real close-up of Tyron Woodley's hands is kind of gross. I don't know. I'm kind of getting... I want to vomit for some reason. I don't know why. What does the chat say? And we'll move on swiftly from this. Because
you can see ink smear on the A and I and Paul. That's what I'm saying. You can see it smear on the I in the beginning. Chris Daukaus versus Derek Lewis announced. Big Fat Polly says the Black Beast can't even beat up pedestrians. Laugh my ass off. Literally both. He will just say it faded, says Kelly Miller. I think he got weirdo hands, says Jorge Masvidal. Fake as Santa Claus, says Live and Logic. Tyron sticks that finger in his bum, says Big Fat Polly. The Glove Touch says donations. Drunk Savage says fake as it's the new CNN reports. D Mula says looks real, bruh. He's desperate for that rematch.
I mean, it's not impossible that it's real. And at first... I went with it. I actually was on the live where Tyron started showing it to his chat and everything like that. And, I believed it at first. But listen, I mean, I've had many of fresh tattoos, and all of my tattoos had that like little pinkish red glow around the actual tattoo. And there is nothing here that shows that this is a fresh ass tattoo. I mean, there's no redness, nothing. It's just looks like a damn pen. So I might be on the and if it is, it's hilarious. He literally is trending on Twitter right now because he posted this. So if it is a pen, good on you. Good on you, Tyron Woodley. Let's get to this donation over here.
Wonderful.
The Glove Touch.
I hope Woodley doesn't jerk off with that hand.
I hope he doesn't jerk off with that hand. Well, that looks to be his left hand, right? So we have to... I'm curious, is he a lefty or a righty? I don't know. He throws right-handed. I'm assuming...
Say simple. Just think about him as an orthodox fighter or a southpaw.
I tell you what. Am I a right? I'm a lefty, actually.
Yeah, you're a lefty.
Yeah, I'm a lefty. How do you know? Wait, what the fuck? I throw with my left hand. I punch with my left hand, too. So, yeah. Yeah, so he throws righty. So I'm assuming... Does anyone throw righty and masturbate lefty? I mean, who knows?
Oh, man.
So... Well, that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
That's kind of weird. The whole thing is weird. and I need to get out of the story immediately.
All right.
So let's talk about UFC 266.
Yeah, starting with Nick Diaz.
Nicholas Diaz. What'd you think of the fight?
Listen, it was way better than I don't know why I expected it to be less. I should have expected a war, and we got a war, and I was completely and absolutely thrilled, completely entertained by that fight. In fact, I would argue it's the best fight of that night.
Yes, I think they did get fight of the... No, actually, no, it wasn't fight of the night. You think that was a better fight, though, than the main event?
Yeah, I loved it. I loved it. I would put Nick Diaz-Lawler first and Volkanovski Ortega second.
Come on, what are you talking about?
Nope.
You're trolling, right?
I'm not trolling.
All right, here's Nick Diaz and Lawler, which, listen, it was a great fight. Don't get me wrong. I mean, what's the definition of a great fight? Here, was this legit a great... It was just a literal brawl between these two guys, right? It was a straight-up brawl. Mm-hmm. It seemed like... I mean, it started off with Nick doing this whimsical kick to start the fight, and from that point on, I think we all were worried if we had money on Nick. I did, but thankfully Volkanovski saved my bet.
Now, what's weird is how it ended, the Nick Diaz fight. I really expected Nick to go the whole way, and it was weird to me that he just kind of was like, all right, I'm done. You know, like, just spur of the moment, I'm done. I can't do it anymore. Like,
but is it really? Because Nick had no, like, he was basically saying that this fight shouldn't even be happening in the first place.
But Nick prides himself on coming from a location that was all fighting. So to me, I would expect to see Nick just fucking dog it out the whole 5 rounds.
Yeah,
or 4 rounds or 3 rounds.
Nick. Did you see old Nick in there? I didn't.
I saw an old Nick in there, yeah.
No, here's the thing. Yes, he looks slow, but I mean, he did piece together combinations. It looked like they had no zing on the punches. But he did. I mean, the guy threw 339 strikes. Yeah. 339 strikes.
But only 150 of them.
150 landed.
Yeah.
A bunch of punches hit air. But old Nick Diaz, yes, I would agree with you. This Nick Diaz, now it's confirmed. Everyone's theory of Nick not wanting to be there. And what is going on?
She's talking to her monkey friend.
What are you saying? You have your own little podcast? Yeah, the whole Nick Diaz... I mean, he just wasn't into it at all. He was just there for the paycheck.
Yeah.
That's what he was there for. Now, listen, he stood and bang. It's not like he just completely gave up. But when he was a little hurt, he was like, yeah, I'm good. I got my paycheck. I'm done. Let's go to the after party. The old Nick, you never would have seen that.
You know what? I think he kind of like expected to quit early. It's kind of a weird like theory. But if you think about it, before the fight, Nick Diaz told everybody, he said, win or lose, I want to fight again. Almost as if he had the intention already to lose.
He was basically setting it up. Like, they were saying that he wasn't ready for this fight. He didn't have enough time for this thing. He kind of got pushed into it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure who pushed him into it. Some people were saying...
He didn't even show up to the pre-fight press conference. Or, I mean, I'm sorry, not press conference, the media thing. He never showed up.
Well, yeah, he didn't show up to media day, but Nick has done that before. That's vintage Nick. He's you never know with that guy. But the thing is, there was so many weird things going into this fight that, and what sucks is, I put the bet in, and then after I put the bet in, that's when I saw these interviews on ESPN and blah blah blah, and I just went all in with it. I was like, fuck it. But I had this pit in my stomach. Like, is this real? Is he trolling everyone? We found out he wasn't trolling everyone. He really didn't give a fuck. He really didn't care. 8 years old, went in there, and it's not like I tell you what, this fight was way more exciting than his fight with Anderson. Mm-hmm. The fight with Anderson, where he was more into it, he kind of shit the bed. This one, he just went balls to the wall. Let's go.
Yeah.
But then again, you have a guy like Robbie Lawler, who was just constantly coming forward, whereas Anderson was more reluctant.
Lawler kicked off the fight, on fire. But another thing, too, is during the countdown, the UFC countdown, Nick Diaz was saying that, he doesn't want to do all the press and the media. He doesn't do well on the mic. He doesn't know the right things to say. He just wants to get in there and fight. And I think that's another reason I expected him to go the whole fight, and he didn't. Mm-hmm. And that's what, I don't know. Like, it just kind of throws me off a little bit. But whatever. It was still a good fight, and I can't complain about it.
It is weird, the fact, this is like the first time we saw Nick just not yelling and screaming and stocked and slapping.
And doing crazy things, yeah.
Yeah, like, it's not even the crazy things. Like, just the trash talk part of the fight was completely gone. And honestly, you know, as much fun as I had during that fight, I want to see the trash talk. Like I want to see Nick getting into their face, yelling Stockton. You know, I wanted to see that, and we didn't get that part of the fight. And I mean, the only way I want Nick to come back is if he could promise us that he's going to be yelling and screaming at his opponent. That's what we signed up for with a Nick Diaz fight. I mean, we see it with his brother Nate. You know, that tough. You know, we saw toughness, but we didn't see. We got half of it. We got half the package that we paid for. So that's my problem. Nick, if you do come back, which he may. I mean, I don't know if he is done. It didn't seem like he was done. I don't know what he seemed like. But if Nick comes back, we want the Stockton side of him. We don't want the soft Nick Diaz. At least me.
I don't think Nick's coming back anytime soon. I got to be honest with you, Moss.
You're going to say no comeback for Nick.
No. And I'll tell you why. His coach thinks Nick Diaz should have never been there at all.
Well, no. His coach who blew off... Well... I don't know. Someone blew off Ariel. I don't know who it was. Was it Gracie or I'm not sure who it was. But someone blew off Ariel. I said Ariel was all pissed off.
Yeah.
They said that he didn't
Behrman,
have. Yes.
His coach.
Oh, that guy. Okay, yeah.
Said that Nick should have never been in there.
Should have never.
Quote.
Yeah. Because of he was forced in though, right? Was he forced in? They said that. Well, it was Jake Shields. Other people were saying that he was forced into this thing. He didn't have the appropriate time to actually train for this fight. That's according to Jake Shields.
Well, I don't know about that. I can give you the actual quote from Eugene Behrman.
Yeah, what did he say? What did the Berry Man say?
All right, so in an interview with Submission Radio, he ended up cornering both Volkanovski and Dan Hooker to victories this past Saturday in Las Vegas, and he was asked for his thoughts on Diaz's loss to Robbie Lawler, which took place on the main card. So I'm sorry, I don't think it's his coach, but Coach Eugene Behrman. Anyways, Diaz's fight week demeanor raised eyebrows as his bout with Lawler was abruptly bumped up to a 185-pound contest, and Diaz at times sounded reluctant to compete, an attitude that wasn't new for him. In the aftermath of his loss, Behrman speculated that Diaz was not nearly as prepared as he could have been and maybe shouldn't have fought at all. He says, "I'm a little disappointed, I guess. I mean, I came through the ranks watching Nick Diaz, and a guy who's been out that long and apparently had 6 weeks to train with. Was it 6 years, I think? And then why did he only have 6-week training camp? That's crazy. You can't do that to someone. As good a fighter as he is, which he showed, he should have never been in there. He should never have been in there, and we can speculate about the reasons he was in there. He was obviously a big draw. He brings a lot of eyes to the sport, to the pay-per-view and stuff, but you can't have 6 years off, jump in against someone who's been regularly fighting, someone who's as good as Robbie Lawler, do a 6-week training camp and go in there and expect to perform."
Anyone want to babysit? This kid is funny, man. This kid's too freaking funny. Anyway, excuses. I see some people in the chat are saying that Nick Diaz, he needed money. That's why he fought. That's why he just went in there and basically showed up. Here's the thing. He did show up to scrap. It's not like he didn't show up to...
Thank you.
I mean, the guy did come in to fight. Thank you, Resendez, for becoming or being a member for 2 months. Thank you. Appreciate
Wonderful,
it.
wonderful.
Yeah, Ellie's she's just partying in the background. Like I said, I'm not going to speculate. I'm not going to say, oh, he needed money, he needed this. I don't fucking know. I don't think none of us know. All I know is what I saw.
Yeah.
And do I want to see him again? The answer is yes if
you don't.
If we see Stockton slap Nick. And honestly, after that fight was done, I even said it on air. I wouldn't mind seeing a trilogy between the two of them. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
But the only thing is I want Nick to go into this thing fucking serious. I want Nick to go in there wanting to hurt this man rather than saying, "Oh, I respect him. I like the guy. Blah. If I lose, I lose." I don't want that Nick. If that Nick comes back, no, stay away. Stay away, Nick. I want the old Nick to come back. And not saying, and even if his skills diminished, from what I saw on Saturday, if you put him against a Robbie Lawler and it's a more serious, more angry Nick Diaz, I still think he has a shot of winning that fight. I really do. But we didn't get to see that. I think his skill set still...
Don't you think for the safety of Nick Diaz that maybe he should just stay away from the octagon from this point forward?
Safety?
Yeah. You saw the type of Nick that we got in there.
No, because he was coherent in his interviews. It wasn't like
I'm not talking about coherent when he's interviewing. I'm talking about when he's fighting.
No,
we saw a whole different version of Nick Diaz in the cage.
Yeah, he didn't want to be there.
It's a little no, he was slow and old, Moss. And
he didn't want to be there.
He put up a hell of a fight. I'm just saying, don't you think at this point when you see a fighter get to that point in their fighting strategies and everything else that maybe it's time to just relax and do something else?
It is not my place to tell a fighter.
I'm not saying
they
to tell
should
him.
Relax and
what
stay
is your
home.
opinion on it?
As a fan,
yeah,
I say no because honestly, listen, his skill set does seem like it's diminished. Okay, he does seem slower. I'm with you on that. Have him fight those guys. Listen, Robbie Lawler is not fighting for no belt. It's not happening.
I mean, Robbie Lawler looked good in that fight.
Yeah, he looked really good. The dude was getting his ass battered too. Like you're acting. Like,
I never said that Robbie Lawler was winning. I never said either of them were winning.
He got 131 punches. Right? Tell him, Ellie. Tell him. That's right.
She agrees with me. What are you talking about?
She's yelling at you. He still took 88 shots to his fucking head.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like Robbie Lawler he is not prime Robbie Lawler. Yes, he was in great shape. Yes, he kept on pushing the pace, but my man was getting peppered with punches that were coming in at fucking at super slow speed. Mm-hmm. Think about that.
Yeah.
If these punches that Nick Diaz is throwing is actually landing on Robbie's head, could you imagine what what Kamaru Usman would do to this man's face? Like, this is not the old Robbie. This is not championship Robbie Lawler. This is Robbie Lawler that's fit to fight Nick Diaz. That's what this Robbie is. So I'm going to say yes. Nick can come back. And that's right, Ellie. Tell him. Nick can come back. What are we doing?
She's getting to an age where she's trying to talk now. So her version of talking is screaming. And it's how she's communicating with us. But it's very disruptive.
She's fucking got the loudest toys possible in front of her, banging him off and shit, screaming. You got our attention, kiddo. You got it. Anyway, let's see what the chat has to say. You heard my opinion. You heard Jesse's opinion. You heard Ellie's opinion. What's your opinion, chat?
Kanota says Nick challenged Usman, but someone should tell him that he can't bring his nunchucks with him. She knows it's showtime, says
she's like the fucking mask.
Maswell versus Nick says Che Robinson. Drunk Savage says Nick needs the Rocky IV training montage. Even Ellie is laughing at our Nick Diaz logic, says Kainoto. Playing some touch butt. That's so Ellie. Go Ellie, says Carl Grace. Where'd she get it from? Show Ellie right the fuck now. No, maybe when she gets too fussy. I changed my mind. I agree with Ellie, says the great Yash. Trippin' Iffy says, I hat about Merab fight. Diaz versus Mickey Gall, says Brewster. The glove touch says, got a slick mouth, my boy. Eddie Machete says, Nick needs that bath salt money, man.
All right, there we go. Thank you. There is going to come an age where Ellie is going to actually give her opinion. I have a feeling we'll have her on mic probably off air.
Off air, yeah.
And giving her 3-year-old opinion when that happens. That should be interesting. But until then, we get to hear her yelling in the background. Yeah, so listen, like I said, if we get the old school Stockton slap Nick, I don't care if his skill set has diminished. I want the fire back in. If the fire's not there, Nick, stay home. If the fire... You know what the best is? She's not even looking at us. She's just looking around like I'm just going to yell.
Having a good time.
I think the babies had bath salts. Okay, so I'm done with Nick. Let's move on from that. And what's next for Robbie? Listen, novelty shit. I'm sorry. I didn't from that fight there. Robbie's great. If Robbie Lawler fights, I'm in. Mike Perry. Throw Mike Perry at Robbie Lawler or some shit. I don't know. Okay. All right.
All right, I'm going to take her out for a few minutes.
Yes. Have a kid do a show with the kid. Well, she's cute though. I got to give her that. I wish I could show you what she's doing. What's going on? What are you doing? Is that what you wanted? All right, there she is. There she is, Ellie. Ellie, you got. She throws her toy.
Wonderful.
There's Ellie. Here she is. Welcome to the show. All right, so Ellie, what do you think? Nick Diaz? You know, we got our points in, sort of, but you really had something to say, so please tell us. Elaborate. And she's like, still a stage fright.
She's like, this is easier when I wasn't on camera.
She's like, wait, this wasn't part of the deal. I just wanted to sabotage your bit. All right, Ellie, thank you. Thank you very much for chiming in. All right. She got the Patty the Batty haircut. Yeah. It got longer hair, right? Jeez. Look at your hair. How long is your hair going, you little nudnig? Look at you. What are you doing? What are you doing? You having too much fun? There she is. Ellie, future MMA-Hole personality. All right, let's look at the co-main event here. Valentina Shevchenko. We'll talk about some of the other fights on the card as well, as we got to roll through this, man. Holy shit.
So Lauren Murphy said she's actually taking a break after the Shevchenko
You don't
fight.
say.
Yeah.
Lauren Murphy.
Yeah.
Got a super chat coming in.
Let me see Ellie.
Well, there you go. There's Ellie. Ellie's here.
Yeah, she kept screaming until she got her airtime. She's a little ham.
Hey, Ellie. What are you doing? We got Renee Diggler coming in with the donation.
Wonderful.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Diaz might be going the Liddell way. During his interviews it seemed like he was lost, like in the moment, but the light flickers. Yeah, no lol, let's see him fight one more time before we all decide to throw in his towel lol.
Yeah, listen, what we all know is Nick Diaz is not fighting Kamaru Usman. Like, that ship has completely sailed. But you could throw him out there, or, I mean, maybe Dana White should say, hey, listen, there is money in boxing. You know, he's done it before with Mayweather. Maybe let Nick Diaz fight. Do a combo promotion type deal. And what happened to the UFC boxing, Zuffa boxing?
Yeah.
Like, that just vanished.
Yeah.
Like, how did that was like a thing. Maybe COVID was the reason, and they had to concentrate more on the MMA side of things. But, like, Zuffa boxing was a thing. Why not start it up with Nick Diaz versus, I don't know, put Tito Ortiz in front of him? You know, that'll give Nick a dub. Like let him box or something. Just give him some circus shit. Because honestly, I'm still down. Like, Anderson's,
I thought you weren't into the whole like
what
MMA into boxing type. Of thing.
I'm for fighters making money. I'm for that. And listen, these circus fights are fun. They are fun. All I want to watch is people beating each other up, right? But I don't want to see people thrown in there against their competitors that are light years
like
better.
Lopsided fights.
Yeah, I don't want to see that.
Yeah. No,
I want to see
get it. I'm with
Shevchenko
you.
versus Murphy. Could you believe there were people out there that actually thought Murphy was going to win?
Someone put like $3,000 on Murphy.
I heard 5.
5?
I heard a 5. There was a $5
I read
grand
a
bet.
$3,000. I couldn't imagine.
There's a lot of idiots out there. I mean, the Murphy thing, like, it throws me off so much. She's tough. She's durable. She'll go the distance. Blah, 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 blah. And no normal human being thought that fucking Murphy was going to win that fight. And maybe you like the, seeing a lopsided number, you throw a couple of bucks on there and say, hey, you never know. That's why we watch.
Yeah.
But it was just stupid. That was like a dumb thing. And Murphy's going to take a break.
I can understand.
She's 40 years old.
People who like to put money down on fights for the game of chance, I get it. Eventually someone other than Nunes is going to beat Shevchenko,
Mm-hmm.
Only time will tell, but eventually someone's going to come along and do it.
Yeah. Man. I see Brewster saying, I hate the circus fights. I like to watch the best fighters in the world. That's when you see the most amazing shit. Goes to elbow at the buzzer. Glove touch.
Wonderful.
Since Andrea Lee is the new champion, her first title defense should be against Roxanne Modafferi.
Okay.
I didn't get to see the Roxanne Modafferi fight.
I tell you what, they're all screwed. They're
What
all
do you mean?
the
All the
women's
women's?
flyweight division is so screwed. There's no one's beating Shevchenko.
But like I said, someone is bound to come along aside from Nunes and do it.
Okay, yes, you could. Yeah, maybe when Valentina, maybe in 10 years. I don't know. Come on.
So you're saying when Shevchenko gets weaker?
When Shevchenko wants to hang it up, then okay.
Wonderful.
Unless you
wonderful.
do the trilogy with Nunes, make it go up.
Valentina is now my favorite fighter. God damn, she's good. That's how you want to dispatch someone to prove how good you are. I think she had mercy on Murphy. There are no
Yeah.
holes in her game, and only time will eventually win this fight.
I kind of agree, and you can tell in the fight too. It seemed like Shevchenko was just kind of getting a little exercise in. Like she could have easily finished that fight so quick. We've seen her do it before against opponents like Murphy, But I think she kind of just wanted the workout. You know, it's like she just kind of strung it along a little bit until
it's
she was
freaking
done.
nuts. She'll beat you whenever the hell she wants.
Yeah, yeah. It's like Shevchenko's in charge.
It's fun to see Shevchenko, you know, rule and her confidence. I enjoy her confidence very much. I think as she's becoming more and more likable, you know. But like if you look at the rankings, Jessica Andrade, who is an animal, right? And you saw what she did to Kabelia, right? And then Shevchenko makes easy work of Andrade.
Yeah.
She is so far ahead of the division, Mighty Mouse-esque.
What about
you know?
Shevchenko Rose?
Yeah, but now you're talking her going up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, she was there. She's comfy at 125. If she keeps with the Mighty Mouse path, the bitch is she's going to be just ruling
But
forever.
do you see her keeping with the Mighty Mouse path or challenging?
Why
yourself?
not? I mean, if you think about it, look, I never had a problem with Mighty Mouse sitting where he was. And honestly, I don't have a problem with Adesanya sitting where he is at middleweight. Adesanya does not
You were
have to...
giving so much hell when we said...
No, hold on a second. You keep bringing this up, okay? Let me just make this very clear to you. A champion sitting in their weight class and dominating, I am completely fine with. But then when we're talking about, like, elite, like, going to the next level, really challenging yourself and blah, 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 when you're talking about that type of fighter, right?
Yeah.
Going into another weight class does solidify that, right? When you go to that next level. Right now, Shevchenko can chill. She's already fought at the other weight classes. Like, she can chill here and just kick some ass, and then at the tail end, move up, boom, solidify everything.
Yeah.
Like, if Khabib moved up to 170 right before he retired, like, all right, I'm on my way out. Let's have a novelty 170 fight with a megastar, collects a win. I mean, that's it. You're legendary. But she can sit here, and if she never even goes back up, she could sit here at the flyweight weight class, keep winning, and still be a stud. You know, break all the records, hold all the records for flyweight, blah, blah, blah. No one's going to catch her anytime soon. You're good.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't have a problem with Mighty Mouse doing it. Why do we, like, you're so good at your weight class, right? Why do we have to force him into another weight class? And I understood why Khabib stayed at 155. I get it. I freaking get it. You know? But the problem is this. When you start debating with other fighters, we have to find something that's different in order to say, okay, this fighter, you know, pound for pound is better.
That's different?
You have to go out of the weight class thing. You know, then you have to go out there.
Like Rose
right?
and Shevchenko.
Yeah, if you're looking like for pound and you're looking like trying to find a way to say, okay, what separates this person from that person? You know, if it comes down to that, then you can talk about going to different weight classes. But I'm fine with a champion staying at a weight class.
Yeah.
I am. I'm fine with it. If
right.
Conor stayed at 145 and just mowed through everyone, I would have been fine with that.
He wouldn't have been able to.
But
do
he didn't.
that.
He wanted to get paid. He wanted to get the quick paycheck.
Well, he also wouldn't be able to
the
stay at
legacy, blah, blah,
125.
whatever. I don't know. I'm cool with it. And Shevchenko stays at 125. Listen, she can just constantly rattle wins over and over again. Just sit there and just pick these girls off like it's nothing. You know? It's crazy. Like, we don't need her to move up. It doesn't have to happen. Would it be fun? Yeah. It would be a lot of fun. But no, I don't need it. I think if Shevchenko stays here and just keeps on murdering people, you know, it has people thinking, wow, is this girl the best of all time? You know?
Yeah.
People yapping.
Wonderful, wonderful.
We got Brett coming in.
That's a good-looking kid.
Whoa.
We are also happy you two have a healthy, happy baby.
Aw, thanks.
I feel bad for her boyfriend someday. Thank God I had a son.
Moss doesn't
All
like
the
talking about
best. Thank you for the amazing content.
Moss
Thank you.
doesn't like talking.
Yeah, don't
We're
talk
not
about
allowed
that.
to say the B word.
Don't talk about it. In fact, like I said to Jesse, I'm sizing up boys in the neighborhood, and I'm looking at them like, you stay the fuck away from my daughter.
We're not
Like,
allowed to say boyfriend.
yeah, you're not allowed to do that. You're
Yeah.
not allowed to say that.
That word's not
I
allowed
can't think
in the
about
Moss
that.
home.
Everyone's like, oh, it's so cute. Oh, it's so cute. Like, no, it's not cute, man. She's
I brought it up a couple times, and he got mad at me.
almost 5 months old. Wow. What is it? To
In
29?
3 days.
You're almost 5 months old. Oh my God, where has time gone? Yeah, but thank you, Brett. Appreciate that. All right, here we go.
Wonderful, wonderful.
The glove touch.
Lee beats Shevchenko.
Leave it. Do you really believe that? Come on. Let's look at this weight class over here. I mean, Chukagian, no. Murphy, no. Andrade, no. Maya, no. Although Maya made it difficult for her. She actually did go the distance. Calderwood, no. Vivian Araujo. What do you think?
What? No.
What do you think, Jess? Is this the girl?
No.
I mean, if you think about it, I mean, look at the people she took out. You know, no, I don't fucking know, man. Like it's just nuts. It's just nuts. Let her sit there. Let her beat everyone up. Do you think Andrea Lee does it, Jess?
Negative.
Me neither.
Wonderful.
Donation.
As much as I like Bullet, I don't think she can beat Nunez. They're both goats and the only difference is size. Size will make a difference. Maybe if they gave Bullet a year to properly bulk up. Both those broads are goats.
Listen,
let's be honest, Bullet beat Nunez.
You can say she beat her in the rematch, but I'm with you. Listen, they'll do it a third time. Nunez wins again. There's not a doubt in my mind. I mean, Nunez, she's got her number. Even if it goes down to the judges, she's got the judges in her pot. Like, Nunez wins. The size, I think, is the difference. You have to realize Amanda Nunes she's the GOAT. I mean, look at who she beat. She beat the Rousey. She beat the what's her face, Holly Holm. She beat everybody. Everyone you put in front of her, she beat. She took out Duran to me. Like she took everyone out. Not one girl really stood a chance. The GOAT, Megan Anderson. No, I mean if you look at the, I mean, and then again you look at I guess Shevchenko did beat Holly Holm too. She beat her pretty good actually. Shevchenko loses to Rousey.
Shevchenko loses to Rousey?
Yep. Prime Ronda Rousey beats Shevchenko. I don't care what anyone says. But then people are like, well, Holly Holm beat Rousey. No, Prime Ronda Rousey beats Shevchenko. But I mean, listen, I still have to put Nunes ahead. I still do. Would I like to see a trilogy fight? There's a part of me that says yes, because maybe this Bullet is ready to face Nunes. And then there's another part of me that says no, because I've been through two of them, and I got to be honest with you, I hated both fights. I was bored out of my mind with both those fights. One I was in the building for, the first one.
Yeah.
And we were booing. We were like this. We literally booed. I was in the building for Nunes Shevchenko 1. Right? Like any of the newer fans would be like, dude, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. The fight sucked, and I was screaming and booing and spilling my beer all over the place. Like, get these fucking cans out of here. Little did I know I was watching two goats go at it. No fucking idea. No clue. I think they opened up that card. Was it UFC 196? Yeah. And I'm booing the hell out of him. I don't know, man. I don't know. But at this stage of the game, Shevchenko looks great. She's fun. Stay at 125. Do your thing, kid. Let's go to the main event.
Yes.
The main event.
Now,
before we go to the main event, let's talk about Head Rush. Give me a little Head Rush.
All right. Head Rush is provider of the highest quality authentic apparel for lifestyle, MMA, lifestyle, and action sports enthusiasts. Head over to Head Rush with the link in the description below using promo code MMA-Holes. That's promo code MMA-HOLES for 20% off of your entire purchase.
Nice. Thank you very much, Head Rush. We also have Polymarket, which I won some money on.
Yes. Polymarket is a crypto platform that lets you trade on sports, politics, current events, and more. There are a variety of markets, but right now you can trade on UFC 266. Users can trade throughout the whole fight. There is no house. You can trade against other people, all done on the blockchain. Sign up with referral code MMA-Holes. That's MMA-HOLES to get up to $100 reimbursed on your first day of trading. Click the link in the description to start trading today. All
right, there we go. And here's Polymarket here. We got to reach out to them, and hopefully they put something up for this Saturday. So we'll contact them and see if we have it. Listen, I'm down. I can't lose. I lost my Nick, but fucking Volkanovski dropped a 50 spot on him.
Yeah.
Got the dub. Yeah, so I'm going to keep going on this thing. Polymarket, check it out down below. Right, Ellie? Yeah. Congratulations to me. Yeah, tell me about it. What else we have here? MysticRootsCBD.com.
You can hold on a second.
Hold on, Mystic Roots.
Yes. Gotta let her get it out of her system for a minute, you know. And then we're good.
What are you doing? Okay, let's see if I... All righty.
All right. Get top quality organic hemp flower, cosmetics, edibles, and more at mysticrootscbd.com. Head over to mysticrootscbd.com. Use promo code MMA-Holes. That's promo code MMA-HOLES and get 20% off of your entire purchase.
That's right. We have ESPN Plus. There's a link pinned in the live chat and the description. Tomorrow night,
Yes.
we got some fights.
For as little as $6.99 a month, you can watch all of your favorite live sports, UFC fight nights, and most of all, UFC pay-per-views, which are the most important, of course. Head over to ESPN Plus with the link in the description below. It helps us out, helps ESPN out, but most of all, helps you out.
Yeah. Now, if you can do us a favor, stop what you're doing and hit that fucking like button. We got 66 likes with 177 people watching. Completely unacceptable.
Yeah.
So smash the like button. Let's get to 200, baby, on a Monday night. We'll do the Save the Show as well, but we do have some donations, and we have the main event to talk about.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Kai Noto.
To clarify, I think Bullet won that last fight versus Nunez, but both women have gotten better since, and I think Nunez wins now. Nunez seems to have as much interest in Bullet as she would in John Holmes.
Thank you very much, Kai Noto, for the dono. What else we got over here? The glove touch.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Naomi Valentina's ribs looking breakable. The champ's ribs looking breakable. Lee beats her with body shots and by being the GOAT. Then beats Amanda Nunes under a minute with a flying toe choke.
Okay, the old flying toe choke. Oh my gosh. Let's talk about the main event. Thank you, Glove Touch, Kainoto, everyone that dropped a dono. Yeah, baby, here we go. The main event of this card, UFC 266. If you think about those top three fights, pretty feisty and fiery in their own ways. This one here, the third round. So this fight is a definite contender for fight of the year. That third round was probably the greatest round I've ever seen.
Yes.
As an MMA fan.
Are you talking about where the choke, was that the choke
yes,
round? Yeah.
That round was so back and forth. I mean, it was a seesaw of a round. I was loving every freaking minute of it, on the edge of my seat. And Volkanovski got out of two super dangerous chokes and landed on top. It was so much fun to watch.
Volkanovski did say Brian Ortega's choke was, quote, "Fuck, I'm about to lose this belt deep."
I mean, that was, if you didn't see it, please do yourself a favor and at least watch that third round.
Yeah. So, according to MMA Fighting Steven Morocco, UFC featherweight champ Alex Volkanovski earned a dominant win over Brian Ortega at UFC 266. But in the third round, there was a moment where he thought he might lose. The fight's midpoint saw a wild swing when Ortega snatched Volkanovski's neck in a scramble and applied his signature guillotine choke. For several tense moments, it looked as though Volkanovski might be forced to tap, and the champ confirmed as much. He said it was deep. It was. Oh, fuck, I'm about to lose the belt deep. But the type of human being I am, we talked about me going through adversity, always being prepared, and busting my ass, never giving up attitude, and all that shit. That's what you've seen. That's what you've seen. Something like that.
Yeah, I saw him running around he was in the Raiders game with his belt. ARIEL HELWANI had him on today. Volkanovski, this man over here, earned a lot of people's respect, including myself, for sure. I mean, I wasn't the biggest of Volkanovski fans. I feel like every fight is a decision fight with this guy. But if we're going to be seeing more fights like Saturday night, now it takes two to tango. But if we're going to see more fights like Saturday night, my goodness, Volkanovski could be one of the most exciting fighters out there. Mm-hmm. Now, the question is he the best featherweight of all time? Because automatically, when someone starts doing good at a weight class, rattles off a couple of wins, has a really impressive performance, everyone starts saying best of all time. I'm still going no. No! Stop with the best of all time. Just pump the brakes. Volkanovski is very good. Beat some game opponents. I mean, you've beaten Max Holloway twice, which, I mean, listen, still controversial. But he did beat him twice, right? And then you beat a guy in Ortega who is very tough. But let's be honest. Brian Ortega is going to be like the Cowboy Cerrone of fucking, I don't know. Well, I mean, when I talk about failing in the big spot, not crumbling, because he doesn't crumble. But listen, this guy, the big dance, the guy falls.
Yeah.
That's it. You know, that's what it comes down to. Yes, it's great that you're tough. It's so much fun to watch. And if Ortega's fighting, I'm in. I'm 100% in on watching it. But he doesn't fight like a fucking champion. He just fights like a tough guy. In Brian Ortega. Alex Volkanovski fights like a champion. Mm-hmm. So let's see what he could do. Let's see if Volkanovski could do with this thing. I mean, I feel like he's got some really good momentum. You got this rumbling of Henry Cejudo coming back all over TMZ.
Yeah, but do you believe that, Moss?
I mean, you know, I'm just done with Henry. Like, it's like, all right, dude, you're retired, bro. Like, what if you're gonna come back, come back. You know, like,
isn't he expecting a child?
He's got a child on the way. So I don't know. Maybe, you know, with the child coming, he doesn't really have to cut much weight. You know, I don't even think he has. He says he's walking around at 165 right now. But I mean, maybe is that something that interests you? Henry Cejudo coming back and fighting Volkanovski?
No. When he left, it was like, all right, bye, dude. You know, like I don't care.
Okay. Let me know in the chat what you think with Volkanovski. I mean, listen, I can't go greatest of all time yet. Right? When I watched Kamaru Usman go up to, and win the belt and do his thing and progressively get better, yes, I could make a strong argument that Kamaru Usman could be possibly one of the greatest. Right? Volkanovski has a chance. You know, the guy looks really good, but you know, I still need to see a little bit. I need a little more evidence here. A little more evidence. Let's see what the chat says on Volkanovski. A fantastic performance. 229 total strikes. Oh my goodness.
Volk is here to stay, says Yoda Twinkie. Jorge Masvidal says, I think Brian still got a headache. Two Joint says triple hep C. Taco Slurpee says Henry tried to hold out for money. UFC needs Henry Cejudo, says Live and Logic. Drunk Savage says Volk holding the belt for a good while. Manny C says I live in a world ruled by carrots. Kainoda says anyone with a title defense is greater than Conor.
Anyone? Well, listen, if that's your criteria, then yes, title defenses mean everything, right? Conor McGregor defeated Jose Aldo and Max Holloway. Beat Max Holloway. Beat Max Holloway. Yes, it was a younger Max, but still beat him. Jose Aldo starched in 13 seconds. Not even close. Prime Conor McGregor at 145 smokes Volkanovski. Hate to break it to you. That's my opinion. Conor McGregor is the best at the 145 weight class. I know people like to say Jose. Jose was great, fantastic. Jose was at one point unbeatable. In fact, I will say Jose Aldo. I mean, you can't say Volkanovski is still the better champ over Aldo, even though he beat him, an older Aldo. What Aldo did as a champion.
But Aldo now
was still. I mean, listen, he's got something.
Would not be Volkanovski.
Conor smokes Volk. Prime Conor. Just saying. Now, who knows? You have some rumblings. You got Conor running his mouth, and Volk says he'll go up to 155 just to fight Conor. Like a novelty, fun fight. I got to be honest with you, that's interesting. That's actually pretty interesting. Because, I mean, think about this. Volkanovski's size doesn't matter with the guy, right? Volkanovski is a small, compact guy that's just tough for everyone. Yeah. And Kainoda's the type of guy that's saying, oh, Conor beat midgets. Volkanovski's a midget taking out everybody.
Kainoda did exactly what he wanted you to do.
But think about this. Think about how retarded sometimes Kainoda sounds. Conor beat midgets is Kainoda's argument to everything Conor, right?
Yeah.
He beat midgets. But you notice he's not saying that now because there's a fucking dwarf as a king of 145. If Conor always beats midgets, Conor easily beats Volkanovski, right? Kainoda logic. Thank you very much. Okay. So anyway, let's get to your comments on Volkanovski. I want to brush on the rest of the card really quick. And let me know what you think. Do you think, Jess, Volkanovski the greatest 145er of all time?
The greatest? Isn't it a little too soon to tell? I mean, he's only defended the belt, what, 3 times? Right? Was it 3 times? Or how many times is it?
He fought Max twice, and hold on, let's look at this. I think it was 3.
But I think it's a little too soon to say that he's the greatest of the division. You know, let's see a little more defense first. But he's
very good.
Listen, he is good.
23-1-0, hasn't lost in the UFC. I mean, it's time to put respect on this man's name. 32 years of age, still pretty young, in his prime. He defeated Brian Ortega. Brian Ortega seems like the type of guy that loses the big fight. Max Holloway twice. There's the Jose Aldo fight right there before that, right? So, whoa, Ellie, how you doing? Yeah, 3 times. Actually, 2 times. I don't know. He's very good. He's a very good fighter, and I think we're going to see him hold the belt for a minute. But, saying the great of all time, let's pump the brakes. Skill-wise, Conor was the best. Max only beat midgets. And same with Nate Diaz with that logic. I mean, the midget thing is probably the dumbest argument. And it's funny. It just came to bite those people in the ass. Like Conor only beat midgets, and now you got a fucking dwarf. You got Henry Cejudo. You got, maybe Henry does beat Volkanovski. That'd be hilarious. That would be pretty funny if Henry comes back and becomes the triple champ. Like that would be freaking nuts. There's a part of me that doesn't hate it, seeing Henry come in there and go at 145. He was very yappy on TMZ saying, Dana, let's do this. Let's make this fight. If he's serious, I say make that thing. I say go for it. Why the hell not? That's kind of fun. Could you imagine if Cejudo beats Volkan? That'd be nuts. Now, if Volk smashes him, then, he does what he's supposed to do. But that'd be pretty crazy. All right, let's see what else is on this card over here as we have limited time left. We have the Curtis Blades fight. Bored a lot of people. What do you expect? Listen, Curtis he got a Curtis Blades decision. He did what he had to do. I can't really kill the guy. Rosenstrike's a tough dude, and Blades did what he had to do to get the dub. And he actually got clocked a couple of times and was able to weather it. So good on Curtis Blades. Andrade, we spoke about that briefly. Jessica Andrade is a freaking animal. My God, with seconds left in that round, Andrade just made it look easy. This girl, it's so crazy how scary she is at this weight class. Yet when she fights Valentina Shevchenko makes her look human. Like it just goes to show you how good Shevchenko is, right? But if you take Valentina out of the mix, my goodness, maybe Andrade, maybe you try to get her back at Rose, go for a trilogy up there, have her go up. Maybe do that. I tell you what, they're very competitive fights at Rose. Maybe that's the way to go. Do you want to see her dance with Valentina or go back up to Rose? If she keeps collecting dubs, that might be the way to go. But she's scary. We got this over here, Merab Dvalishvili. Hell yeah, Merab. Hell yeah, Merab. Look at you, weathering a storm of punches, almost going down in the first round, and then coming back 246 strikes. The ref jumped in and says, please, I don't want to see any more of this. Merab is a fucking nut job. Cardio for days. Banging MMA holes. What a guy. So, Merab, congratulations on your win. I say this. Piotr Yan needs a dance partner. Fuck Sandhagen. And I know TJ is injured. Fuck TJ, too. Aljo is hanging around. He's hurt. Whatever. He's not hurt. He says he's not hurt. The story with Aljo is just so wild. He's saying the UFC doctors are saying he can't fight, whatever. And I'm not going to say he's not injured or injured. He's saying he's not injured. So I don't know what to think with Aljo. But if Aljo is not medically cleared, let's not pile on the guy, right? He's not medically cleared. Whatever. But I would say, Aljo, keep your mouth shut. Stop running around on social media and going back and forth with these nudnicks. You're just digging your ditch. Throw Merab in there. Make him skip the goddamn line. Make him skip the line. Charge him up the rankings. Let's throw him in there. If Merab is ready, throw him at Yan. Let's go. The Aljamain Sterling friend avenging his brother's loss. That's the story, baby. And if Yan defeats Merab, which he most likely will, who knows though? Merab looks unbeatable these days. If Yan beats Merab and Aljo is ready to come back, you got even more juice. It's like Apollo Creed dying. You got Rocky coming back. He's got to avenge his friends. That's the way to go. Let's do that. Let's go, UFC. Stop playing games. Let's go for it. What else we got on over here? Dan Hooker did what he had to do. It was a very fun fight to watch, but I think, I wasn't surprised. I picked Hooker. Actually did pretty good on this card. But, Hooker was supposed to beat this guy. Hack Press is tough. He's game. He's never in a boring fight, but Hooker is a level higher. So Hooker got the job done. You got this fight over here with Chris Daukaus destroying on Shamil. Shamil actually had his moments, but Daukaus got the job done with the carnage. Let's see. Roxy got just fucking killed, man. Oh, my God. I don't know what I was thinking with Roxy. Yeah, Roxy. No, thank you. Let's see. Jalen Turner. My God. Jalen Turner. Another one. These two fights, I'm so pissed off at myself. The Tarantula needs a little more respect. Put some respect on his name. As he takes out Medic. Beautiful, beautiful win. the submission. Nice job by that. And hold on. This is... Oh, come on! Tomorrow is the Contender Series. We'll be live for that. Let's look at... you know what? This website's killing me. Let me get out of here. What else do we have? Okay. Let's talk about that. Maximov did good. He got the unanimous decision. Nice solid win for him. Semmelsberger with a nice job. The right cross. My God. Yeah, that was a good one too. And Jonathan Pierce, submission. I mean, we started the card off with carnage. Straight up carnage. Great stuff. Loved it. Let's do the save. Now, if you're new to the show, we've got almost 200 people watching. Make sure you smash the like button immediately. We're the MMA-Holes. We're live following the big night on Saturday night. We'll be live this Saturday as well. Bellator is early on Friday. So, I mean, we're going to be doing Fuku Friday. I was debating on going early, maybe a phone stream or something. I don't know. I got to figure it out. But it is Lima versus MVP. It's a rematch. I think it's in London. So that's interesting. Let's do the save, friends. 5 minutes on the clock. Every donation that comes in from this point on will add to the clock and extend the show. I want to talk to you guys. I missed you. I want to talk to you guys on the phone. So let's get some saves in this bitch. Here we go. That's 2 minutes.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Brett Baratheon.
I don't care if Snoozman goes back in the DeLorean and beats Randy and Chuck. He is the absolute cringiest, most clout-chasing fighter of all time. Colby already beat Marty, and he is going to do it again.
All right. We'll see. We shall see. It would be interesting. Jason Heddleson dropping a 2. That's 4 minutes.
Chris Daukaus is fighting Derek Lewis December 18th.
Is that true? I heard some rumblings, and I saw some rumblings in the chat about that. If that's true, my man, talk about firepower.
Super chat.
Wow. 5.
All these fools trying to copy you now, too many. You were doing this MMA live stuff way before them. Have you seen these other MMA channels on here, Mos?
Let me tell you something. We put out a tweet. It's funny you say that. Thank you for the donation. We got 9 minutes. We're extending the show at least 9 minutes. Thank you so much for those donations. Really appreciate it. We dropped something on Twitter. Actually, if you can give this a retweet, that'd be wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Promoting tonight's show. At the MMA-Holes, give us a retweet. Really appreciate that. But today is a day that should be celebrated on the internet. Today is a day that is called... Wait, where is it? Where are you at? Here we go. It's National Sons Day. Over here. National Sons Day. So we said happy National Sons Day to all those other MMA reaction YouTube channels out there. So, listen, we love our children. We love all children equally. But yes, we are the first fully interactive live MMA show on the YouTubes. And now there's a plethora of shows, and we're still the best. Still the best. 5 years strong. Only getting better. My children, I love you all. I love you all. Even if you don't want to give us the respect that we deserve, even though you don't want to give us credit for inspiring you to do your shitty shows, we win. All right, 9 minutes. We have any other extensions over here? Uh-oh.
I just feel so special.
What?
I've got a special face.
Oh, my God.
Attention is short. Bust to outer space, mine in a special place. GSP abducted me, I'm from an alien race.
Yeah.
Special face. Special face. Special face.
Makes the show right there. That's Special Face. D-Rest.
It's okay, Kevin, you can call now.
Thank you, D-Rest. Now we have 20 minutes of extra show, baby. 20 minutes. 140 left. If you want to add on to the clock, drop a donation. Thank you. Thank you for your generosity. Appreciate that. Uh-oh, we're farting. Mr. Rivera.
Save the show.
That was pre-Ellie.
Wonderful, wonderful.
That was pre-Ellie. Yeah, that was the good old days where that's actually in New York too, and I was farting on you. That is actually, that song was made out of my fart. Like, that is true sound, and that was, well, I did it on there for you guys, for the people, the content. 40 minutes, baby. Thank you, Steve Rivera. You're wonderful, wonderful. Everyone dropping a dono. This sexy son of a bitches. 40 seconds left if you want to extend some show. Drop a donation in. Appreciate you guys. We're going to take some phone calls tonight. What's he doing? I'm going to lick everyone. I'm going to lick everyone on the phone. Oh, man, Steven Rivera. Look at you. Hey, Ricky. Thanks for the subscribe, man.
Hanging with the boys.
Thank you, Ricky. You're a smart human being. You know what's up.
Wonderful, wonderful.
42 minutes.
Save this show. I really want to call in. Also, most Rejuamers after tonight. Which team will lead the NFC East? It ain't that team out of Rutherford NJ. So who then? Come on, say the name of America's team.
It's not the Cowboys, I'll tell you that much. I don't know. I got to think about it. Eagles. I think the Eagles going to do it. I'll just go with the Eagles. Although, the the Giants. Giants can do it. They're 0-3, but we got this.
1, 2, 3. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I never get back. So let's root the Cubbies. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
Oof.
The only thing more painful than seeing Nick Diaz lose like that is hearing Conor McGregor sing. Save this hoe.
Thank you. 54 minutes. Drunk Savage.
That is a brutal song to listen to.
Keep it up. I love that song. It's great. What a song.
Super
Jason,
chat.
drop it to 5 minutes.
Some more for the Kevin Call-in Fund.
59 minutes. Let's make it an even 60. Thank you so much, guys. An hour more show tonight. We're hanging with the boys.
Hanging with the boys.
What
Scratching.
was that?
I was scratching. Somebody got to lick your finger.
Why?
Yeah, you got to lick your finger and scratch.
Why?
When I was a DJ, I used to lick my fingers.
Yeah? You never scratched when you were a DJ.
Oh, yeah, I scratch. I scratch a lot of
didn't.
things. I scratch a lot of ass. All right, here we go. Let's
You're disgusting.
let's go, baby. We'll take some phone calls. We'll be right back. My name is Mystic. What's your name, and how can I help you?
No, I mean, this is Lone Wolf, a.k.a. Allheart, a.k.a. Lone Wolf,
Yeah.
a.k.a. Sober Car.
How's it going, Sober Carl?
Wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah, my name's Casper, and I'm a ghost.
Sean, how are you tonight?
Which one's having?
Yo, drunk, what's up?
Yeah, this is BVSB. I have an acoustic problem. Okay, well, this is a real gamer. Man, your voice sounds a lot faggier on the phone. Hey, it's MJ, the artist formerly known as Kevin Lee. How you doing? Hey, my name's Dan. I got a question. So,
Yo, Sanosi.
What's up, Snowy?
what's up, you guys? It's Justin James. Hey, guys, it's Kevin from Denver. How you doing?
Wonderful, wonderful.
Hello, Mustafa.
832, you're live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name and what's on your mind?
Hey, what's up, Miss Cole?
What's up, Pulse?
Hey, Pulse.
Clocks. Hey, it's good luck. Alexander.
What am I, chopped liver?
We're celebrating.
Ole.
Yeah, baby.
617, you're live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name and what's on your mind?
Michael Antimo from Boston.
No way! Michael Anzalone, you just gave me butterflies when I heard your voice.
Michael, welcome to the show.
Huh?
It's the knitter.
Hello, guys. How you doing? Hi, Jesse.
Hit the like button, you folks. This is the double champ. Yeah, I want to talk to you. You know I'm not big on talking about fighters that much, but...
This is Jeremiah.
Hey, it's Kevin from Chicago.
No, they got to talk about these fights real quick.
It's Mike Hill.
Jesus Christ. I'm over here trying to stay awake and shit. Jesus. Oh my God.
Yeah, it wasn't
Please.
doing it for you, huh?
Like, no one cares, Justin. Who the fuck he talking about? Brooklyn Dodgers? Who the fuck them? I don't give a shit about them.
Yeah, he thought the Brooklyn Dodgers should be the ring girl of the year. All right,
That
thank you.
horse, that...
Okay, Chrome, thank you, man.
Wait, he has stuff to talk about. He's just making fun of Justin first. Don't hang up on him.
Hey,
Anything else?
stay white.
Okay, I appreciate that.
All right, the number is 516-522-0267, and the baby is mesmerized by the graphics. Wow, this show it gets the babies going. Oh, now she's looking at something else. She's got a little bufferage over there. All right, let's get the phone lines open and start up this clock. Thank you guys for extending. There were a lot of people during the stream on Saturday. New people are like, you know what would be a great idea if you guys took some phone calls. Now's the time to call in. You got an hour to yap away with us. Google Voice. All right, let's get the voice up and let's get it popping. By the way, we are all officially clear of the COVID. We're clear. We're in the clear. So we don't actually have...
Moss is the last one to test negative today, right before the show.
That's right. Negative. I still feel crappy, don't get me wrong, but I think it's just like the after effect. I don't know how that works. I don't know how COVID fucking
Yeah,
works.
they say there's like lingering symptoms for like a month.
I tried exercising today for the first time. I felt like it definitely, there's definitely like a bounce back period, I guess, when it comes to physical activity. But we are clear of it, so that's good. That is good stuff. All right, here we go. All right, the phone lines are open. There's the number 516-522-0267.
Call from
Bill.
Hey, Bill, how you doing, buddy?
Oh, what's going on?
Not much. What's going on with you?
Oh, man, I gotta say. Great weekend of fights. Great weekend of fights. Is it Ellie? Ellie's pissed that I'm talking.
Yeah, Ellie's going to bed.
No, I was going to say, man, I watched the boxing fight, and I watched the MMA fight. Usyk and Joshua, which I'm guessing you didn't see that?
No, I didn't.
That?
I just heard that Joshua proved that he is a can.
Joshua lost.
Yeah. Was it a good fight?
It was a good fight. Good fight. Usyk, it was a competitive fight, but Usyk was clearly the better fighter. It was like competitive, but it was dominant at the same time. Like the rounds were close, but yeah, he hurt him a bunch of times, but he still kept him honest. But yeah, that was a good fight. And Volkanovski versus Ortega was a crazy fight. Really good fight. I gotta say this about Volkanovski. That fight definitely proved to me he is pound for pound fighter. He could be the number one pound for pound fighter in the world. He could be number one if you look at his resume. Jose Aldo, Max Holloway twice, Chad Mendes. Those four names right there is elite. And so people, I don't know why they still that Max Holloway fight. I think that kind of rubs you the wrong way because he got hurt in the first 2 rounds. I think he lost the fight. But the thing is, he got hurt in those first 2 rounds, and he lost those rounds.
Mm-hmm.
He came back and won the 3rd, 4th, and 5th. And so, what's your thoughts on that?
Listen, Volkanovski he's becoming a special fighter. There's no doubt about it. We have to put respect on this guy's name, for sure. You know, there's it looks like he's going to hold on to this belt for a while. It's interesting because of his look. That makes it even more fascinating. He's not this big opposing guy. Like, he's in great shape, but he's a smaller guy. But the way he was able to get out of those situations, those tight situations in the 3rd round, and the heart that this man has, the cardio that this man has, he really has all the tools to be one of the greats, for sure. So I'm excited to see what's next, to be honest. I mean, the guy's never lost in the UFC. He's 22-1-0. His one loss was at 170. He's only 32 years of age. He's got a freakish long reach for his size. So he seems like he's very tricky.
He's a beast. Volkanovski, the Macedonian from Australia. Yeah, you got to put him up there, man. He's right in the mix of pound for pound. I know everyone wants to say Usman, but look at Usman's resume. I mean, what's Volkanovski? He's like on a 20-fight win streak. He's undefeated in the UFC. His only loss is to like him fighting some dude at 170 pounds, and he's beating goats, goat after goats, Holloway, goat, Aldo, goat. Those are 2 goats in his weight class, like unquestionably 2 of the best of all time in his weight class. So he got 3 wins over him. Look at Usman's resume. What's his resume?
So the problem is
Masvidal?
this. Yeah, but the problem is this. Which Usman title fight was there, like, people thought he lost?
Yeah, that's the problem. That's the problem. There's like they thought he lost to Max Holloway, so
Yeah,
that's the thing.
that's what people are gonna hang over his head. They're like, oh, he lost the rematch. That was bullshit. You know, like people are gonna say shit like that. I have a feeling though, in a trilogy fight with Holloway, I mean, Volkanovski might bounce back and look even better again. I mean, the way he looks now, you would have to think he would make the proper adjustments and be a problem for Holloway. But then you got Holloway looking better than ever. So a trilogy is fascinating to me with those two. But yeah, you know, it leaves a bad taste in people's mouth, that last fight with Holloway.
Yeah, definitely. I think the thing with Usman is I just think his resume is kind of overinflated. Look at something like Masvidal, like that's his big name that people look to. Like, oh, you got 2 wins over Masvidal. Like Masvidal was getting beat up at lightweight. He was losing at lightweight. Gilbert Burns getting knocked out by Dan Hooker at lightweight. So it just doesn't.
Listen, Gilbert Burns has proved at welterweight he's a problem. I mean, Gilbert Burns is a very dangerous fighter. I mean, what he did to Wonderboy, you know, and Colby Covington, like you're throwing shade at your boy Colby. Colby Covington's a real deal.
Colby's a good win.
Yeah,
that's his best win, Colby.
You know, if he starches Colby again, say if he takes out Colby again, I mean, you know, you're talking about like the top guy of the division right there. You know, it's taking him out twice is pretty impressive.
The Colby one, it's good, but the Gilbert Burns, the Masvidal 2 wins, I don't rate that as 2 massive wins. I think, look at Volkanovski, his wins over Aldo, Max Holloway, twice. Those are truly elite world-class wins.
Well, but you're talking about an Aldo that Max exposed twice. This Aldo is not the Aldo of old at 145, right? So when Volkanovski hit Aldo, yes, he still fought a dangerous guy, but this wasn't prime Aldo. You know what I'm saying? This is a guy that's been broken.
Aldo.
That Aldo got broken by Holloway twice. You know what I'm saying?
Look at Aldo. He's still in the mix. He's still in the mix. Look what he's doing at 135. Wins over Munoz, Marlon Vera. He's still in the mix.
Yeah, still a tough fighter, but by no means is he what he used to be. I mean, Jose Aldo was unbeatable. There was a point where Jose Aldo, people said no one can beat this guy. The first guy to ever do it 145 and just dominated. Like, everyone forgets how good that guy was. And yes, he's still a good fighter, but he's nowhere near what he was before.
Still a massive win. I still think this is a massive win on his
over a name, yes. But if we're talking about the quality of Aldo, no. You understand what I'm saying?
I think it is.
So think about this. You beat an Aldo.
Not the prime Aldo, but
yes, you beat an Aldo after his prime. You beat a Holloway the first time. Listen, he won that fight, right? You beat Holloway. So there you go. So you got that win over Holloway, who still is very good, right? Holloway is clear that this kid is still in his prime. Holloway looks fantastic. The second fight, not so much, right? The second fight, listen, I think, who do you think won that second fight?
Max Holloway won the first 2 rounds. He hurt him at the end of the round. Flash knockdowns. Clearly won the first 2. And Volkanovski won the last 3, 4, and 5.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Yes, Volkanovski did finish strong, but I kind of disagree with that. I think Volkanovski won that fight. I mean, Aldo won that fight. Aldo. Jesus, Holloway. The fuck am I talking about? I think Max won that. Let me know in the chat who you think won. Here's the thing. I'm just throwing things out there being devil's advocate. I'm not saying Volkanovski sucks in any way. In fact, this guy could be the GOAT. He could. It's very possible. The way what he did with Ortega is fantastic. But here's the thing. T-City, is he a champion? Or is he just a really tough fighter that can really grapple? Like, is he a champ?
He's a scrappy, tough dude. His win over Korean Zombie, I thought Korean Zombie was going to knock him out. And he went out there and destroyed him.
Yes.
So that was surprising. That was kind of a shocker right there.
Yeah, you look at T-City. The guys he beat, Korean Zombie, but Korean Zombie's an older guy too. Yes, he's dangerous, but he's another older guy. Frankie Edgar, he's like first one to knock him out, but that's another older guy. Cub Swanson choked out. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you look at the resume of T-City, you can't deny his toughness, for sure. And his striking's got tremendously better. He's still fairly young. He's only 30 years old. His grappling is top tier. But we still don't know what T-City is. We know he's a very good fighter, but I can't see champion. out of this guy. You know? So
I
you
think
got
the fact that he got out of those submissions. I mean, T-City has some of the best jiu-jitsu in all of UFC, let alone division. In the entire sport of MMA, he got some of the most dangerous submissions, and the fact that he got out of both of those, it really said a lot.
Yeah, well, listen.
My final point.
There's no question about that. But like I said, if you look at T-City's resume, yeah, he's beaten some names, but then you look at the guys, older guys, you know, choking out Cub Swanson. Cub Swanson's still tough. He's a G, but still, I mean, you're talking about older guys here. We still have to see T-City beat a top-tier guy in their prime.
I hear you. And now, what do you think of this Volkanovski saying, while this fight's going on between Holloway and Rodriguez, he wants to maybe possibly move up, fight someone at 155. That just seems crazy to me. He's already kind of got a small frame. To move up and fight one of these big 155 counters like Dustin Poirier or something, that seems crazy. But I don't know. I can't count him out. I kind of been underrating him for a while, but after this performance, I can't count him out.
Who, Yair?
No, Volkanovski.
Oh, Volkanovski. I'm like, what the hell? Volkanovski moving up? No, you can't. The guy was a former fat guy. The guy wasn't he 200-something pounds before? You know, he's fought at welterweight before. I mean, Volkanovski clearly, height doesn't mean shit for him. He still has a long-ass reach. What does he have? How long is his reach? Was he a 71-inch reach? But still, I mean, that's still a decent-sized reach for his 5'6" body. You know, so, yeah, I think he could. I mean, if Henry Cejudo can do what he did, why couldn't Volkanovski move up to 155? Not impossible. You know, not totally impossible.
You look at what's his name? I forget his name.
Well, Patricio Pitbull. You think about what that guy's done in his shorter stature, you know? You got to think Volkanovski.
Dustin Poirier.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to kind of do MMA match, but Dustin Poirier versus Max Holloway, then look at Volkanovski versus Max Holloway.
Mm-hmm.
Those are like similar fights. They're both wars, so I don't know, man. I'd like to see him go up and give it a try while these dudes sort it out, Holloway and Rodriguez. But I'll let the next guy call in. It would take too much time.
All right, Kevin. Kevin calling in 516-522-0267. Nice call with Kevin over there. Let us know your thoughts in the chat and call up the show. We got 48 minutes of show left, and we'd like to talk to you guys and gals. Let us know what you think. Volkanovski's a fascinating guy, though. Still very young. He's still 32 years old. He's legit in his prime right now. He could go up. He can. I mean, sky's the limit.
From Pulse Reloaded.
Hey, Pulse, how you doing, buddy?
Wonderful, wonderful.
Nice.
Wonderful, wonderful.
All right, what's on your
And
mind?
you know who? Nothing much. Nothing much. Sitting here watching the end of this game, 41-21.
Eagles losing?
Yes.
Well, that's good. Okay, I'll take that.
Okay, so it was a big weekend of fights. Like you had mentioned, the boxing match, the UFC card. But really what I wanted to talk about was Valentina Shevchenko real quick.
Okay.
Okay. I feel like, you know, her matches are becoming harder to watch because it's not really intriguing anymore, because you can tell that she fears nothing that her opponents can do to her. Mm-hmm. So it's like she's never really in trouble. So, you know, it's like you know that basically she's going to beat her opponent into submission. Therefore, it's not really intriguing to watch her fights anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, listen, people are saying this, like I said before, about Mighty Mouse, and I don't mind it. I don't mind having a dominating champion because, you know, you collect these wins, you pad your stats, you break records. I like that kind of stuff. You know, like people don't like seeing the Patriots always win when they were winning back in the day, right? People didn't like to see the Cowboys win it all the time in the 90s. You know, they don't like to see the Yankees win. They want to see who's going to beat them. If you're not a fan, it sucks. If you're a fan, it's great, right? I don't mind it,
right?
Because they're the ladies. You know, we've seen this before. Ronda Rousey dominated people, and people are like, well, the competition's not that good. Now Shevchenko's dominating people. The competition's not that good. You know, I mean, it is what it is. You know, like, what do we want to do? Like, we just want to force her into a situation where she's going to lose? Is that what we're looking for? You want it more competitive, or you got to bring some more talent in, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess so. People were saying that if Weili Zhang had beaten Rose, then go ahead and book her against Zhang. But it's like, Do they really think that Weili could beat her?
I tell you what, well, after that last performance, I think Zhang has a shot in a rematch against Rose. I really do. Now, I mean, it's not a lock because she got smoked in the first fight, but I think Zhang is still very dangerous. The problem is she is compact, and I think Valentina, I think she might be too much for her. I really do. So I don't know if I really want to see that, but who knows? If Zhang knocks out Rose in the rematch, maybe. I don't know. I think I would have to go Valentina over Zhang.
Yeah, I agree. And then I just wanted to touch on something that was mentioned in the last call.
Yes.
Okay, Usman, when you're looking at this guy's record already, I mean, people say that GSP is the GOAT. When you look at GSP's run, some of the guys that he beat, they couldn't even hang with Usman. GSP fought Sam Shirk, who's like the same height as Alexander Volkanovski. You know, GSP got knocked out in the first round by your boy Matt Serra. That would never happen to Usman.
Yeah, listen, I'm kind of with you. I know this is controversial to take this take. You know, some people say GSP is the best of all time, all around, pound for pound great, right? I think if Kamaru Usman can stay busy, and that's the problem. I feel like he kind of sits too much, and then when he comes back, he's fighting Jorge Masvidal. If this guy smokes Colby Covington in the rematch, and he will. And most likely he will. I think so too. I really do. If he does, he takes out Colby Covington and he stays on top. This guy is the guy at welterweight for sure. I mean, this guy is fantastic. He really is.
He says Jake Shields, Thiago Alves, and Josh Koscheck. Like Usman wouldn't have smoked all those guys.
I'm with you. I think Usman beats them too. I really do. Listen.
Not to mention, they robbed Johnny Hendricks. Hendricks won that fight 4-1.
I agree with that too.
That was one of the worst robberies in championship history. And you know, Usman, don't forget he beat Sean Strickland, who's charging at middleweight right now.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's true. That is true. Yeah, listen, Kamaru Usman is not going to get the respect he deserves. One, he's an Ali Abdelaziz guy. I mean, that's one. But I mean, I guess Habib was too. The main problem is his personality. People are just not. They're not digging it. And honestly, I don't get it because as of late, I get it on the way up. He was a little cringy, but as of late, his lead up to with the second Masvidal fight and that confidence and that swag. It was like Valentina. It was the same thing. He knew exactly what was going to happen in that fight. So confident. Even going into the Woodley fight, his confidence was oozing, and people can't stand that. They can't stand the fact that this guy is so confident about his skills. You know, so it is what it is. He's just going to keep on rattling off dubs, and eventually people are going to have no choice but to call him the GOAT.
Agreed. Couldn't have said it better myself.
All right, Pulse. Thanks for the call, buddy.
Later.
Listen, I get it, man. People are not Usman fans. I get it. You know, maybe you don't think he's a likable guy, whatever. You can't deny his skills.
Call from.
You going?
To accept, press 1.
I think it said 2 joints. Is that who this is?
Chris, brother, how you doing, man?
Hey, man, how you doing?
Wonderful.
The fights were pretty awesome on the weekend, brother. That's what I'm saying.
So good, yeah. This card was fantastic. Totally worth the price.
Yeah, it wasn't so bad at all. Had a lot of viewers too and stuff like that. So I mean, overall, it went pretty good. I mean, well, anyways, how's you and Jesse doing, man?
We're doing good. We're clear of the actual testing positive for Rona, so that's nice.
Nice.
And yeah, the baby's getting older. You know, everything's going well. Can't complain.
That's pretty awesome. Sorry, Moss, I'm just having a little hoot here while I'm talking to a good friend. But yeah, Ellie's so cute, man. Like, even just hearing her talk in the background and stuff like that, it's so cool, man. Like, that's just the cutest thing ever. Like, and Moss, you and Jesse made that child, man. That's just it's some Swiss Family Robinson, beautiful shit, man.
Yes, we did make that child. That's correct. I appreciate it. Yeah, she's a sweetheart. She really is. There are some times where I do feel a little bit bad because I know there's some new people coming in and they hear a screaming kid in the background, but it's a pleasure to hear some of the OGs call in and you know, appreciate, you know, the family life over here. It's nice.
Like how many people can take their kids to work, man? Like seriously, like you got a full-time job and like literally the kid's with you, you know, a good portion of the time too. So I mean, that's pretty cool too. So
100%. Yeah, we can't complain about that for sure.
That's right. So Moss, I mean, hopefully you're watching a little bit of hockey because I mean the Giants. I mean they're holy fuck.
I started watching a little preseason. Yeah, I'm gonna have to move to hockey for sure.
Yeah, oh for sure.
Although I'm not optimistic about the Rangers. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not very optimistic, but we'll see.
I don't know what it is, man. It's just like some years they've got really good teams. Like I mean, the year they won the Cup in '94, they had 3/4 of that team was the old Edmonton Oilers, man. I mean, I think Sather was even the GM back then, kind of thing. So, but I mean, it is what it is. Well, Moss, I don't want to take up too much more of your time, but I just thought to give a quick call and shout out to all my chatters, Drunk Savage, Aunt Annie the Knitter, and Drunk Beagle. You know, all the real good people, you know, the real solid individuals. So I just thought I'd give them a little shout out, and hopefully you guys are doing great. So.
All right. Thank you, Two Joints. Appreciate it. Have a great night, all right?
Okay, brother. Peace.
Two Joints calling in, 516-522-0267. Let's chat.
Call from
Gerg, female, dog.
To accept, press 1.
Gur, female dog. Welcome back to the show.
Finally, you were really getting like, you know, popular because I've been calling for like the last 3 weeks, and I'm just getting like bombarded and stuff like that. So yeah,
it's getting tricky.
It's good to finally, you know, hear your voice again.
Nice, good to hear you.
You know, like hear your voice live.
All right.
But yeah, the fights were great. I actually really wanted Curtis Blaydes, you know, to win. I really want him to win because I almost kind of felt bad. You feel me? Because did you ever hear him talk before?
Yeah, he's got like that stutter and stuff. Yeah, he reminds me of the guy from Green Mile. I don't know if you've ever seen that movie, but he's like this gentle giant type guy. Yeah, I feel for him.
Yeah. Is that like from fighting or something like that?
No, I just think he has a stutter. I think that's just, I don't know, maybe he does seem like the guy that was like kind of bullied when he was growing up, but he's such a massive dude.
Right. Yeah, I got that vibe from him.
Yeah.
Because it was like a little press conference, like the tears would fall out my eyes as you.
I start crying.
No, but yeah, I'm really happy that he won. He really controlled the fight for the most part with his wrestling. Really good job by him. Stayed away from those big shots, and oh my God, his boxing. Like his striking looks pretty good. He was really in and out, really light on his feet. So like I'm really happy for him.
You know what? It's funny you say that. He doesn't have bad boxing. He doesn't. Like the last couple of fights, I've noticed that his stand-up's gotten progressively better. So you're on the money with that. You just gotta disguise his takedowns a little bit better, so he's not getting cracked on the way in.
Right. Because you know, he went in blind last time. You feel me with Derek Lewis, and you know laid him flat out.
Yeah.
But Moss, do you notice like this little coon in the like in the live chat? His name is Kainoto. Did you notice him?
Yeah. Who's that? Wait, Kainoto? Who is that guy?
Who the fuck is that guy?
Do you notice like with the retarded stuff that he's been saying? Did you notice?
That's his motto, man. That's his shtick.
Man. Oh, yeah, it's a whole bunch of coonery. You know, I was arguing back and forth. So like it was about it was like an hour ago. He was talking about like, you know, the GOAT conversation in the featherweight division.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna give you like, you know, my opinion. Skill wise, Conor McGregor smokes everybody. I'm sorry.
Don't apologize. It's the truth.
Yeah. He's not like he's not the GOAT, and like he's not like the GOAT in legacy wise. You know, that obviously goes like, you feel me, either Max or, you know, Aldo. I'll pick Aldo, but skill wise, Conor McGregor he smokes everybody. I'm sorry. His knockout power. His striking was too precise. What do you think?
Listen, it's not even a question. That guy blasted through the division, smoked out Prime Aldo in 13 fucking seconds, beat him before they even got. He mentally broke him down before he even got into the cage. He beat Max.
And let's not talk about how he starts a number 5 Dustin Poirier, and let's not talk about how he tore his ACL and controlled Max Holloway on the ground. Let's not talk about that though. All right, let's not talk about that.
He beat Dennis Seaver. Yeah, listen. There were some fights thrown in the mix that people were like, "Oh, he got a fast pass to the belt," and he kind of did in a way. I'm with people on that, but when you get to the big dance and then you beat arguably the greatest 145er of all time, who was still surging.
13 seconds?
Yeah, I mean,
in 13 seconds?
It's not even a question. Who did Volkanovski beat in 13 seconds? Who did Max Holloway defeat in 13 seconds? Nobody.
And then the thing about it is, how many times has Volkanovski got dropped in his last 4 fights? In his last 3 to 4 fights?
Tell me about it.
Come on now.
I mean, Jesus.
Like, come on. Bro, Prime Conor McGregor would smoke him. For an APL, Conor McGregor would smoke him. I'm sorry.
Volkanovski would be shitting his jocks before he even steps in the cage with that man at 145. We all know. Listen. You don't have to go on and on. We all know.
Yeah, I really don't even have to say nothing for you. Already know. Kainoto probably doesn't know because he's so much of a coon. But let's not even go there. But,
That's right.
Yeah. Other than that, I mean, what should I say?
You said it all.
I mean, I guess I'm off here, Kainoto, you are a coon, but, all love, but you are a coon. Shout out to my nigga Drunk Savage, and I'm out this joint.
All right, thank you. There he is. I feel you. It's good that he got back in. Gurk, female dog. And Kainoto's a coon. 516-522-0267. By the way, he's from Philly. Philly guy over there.
Call from.
Is that you, John Wayne? Is this me?
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Hey, Drunk Savage, how you doing?
Yo.
How's it going, bud? What's going on?
What line is that from? What movie?
I don't know. I couldn't get past the way you delivered it. I honestly wasn't. I don't know what movie.
Full Metal Jacket.
Oh shit! I haven't seen that. That's a movie I got to make Jesse watch. I haven't seen that movie since I was in high school. Like, that was the last time I saw that movie. It's been years. We used to watch it all the time after school. That movie, A Bronx Tale, I used to go to my friend Anthony's house, and we used to sit down and watch either one of those two movies. So, I'm rusty on that one.
Both great movies. Both got watched yearly.
Yeah. I got to make... I know Jesse... I'm pretty sure Jesse's never seen it. Her mouth will drop when she watches that. I did make her watch, what's it called? American History X. Another classic.
I'm surprised Lacey C didn't fucking make that standard viewing in the fucking household.
I made Jesse bite the curb. All right, so what's going on?
Goddamn, dude, the fucking Nick Diaz thing, man. It was hard seeing him go out with it like that. But, I gotta say, after, 5-6 years of hard partying, dude, he came back better than a lot of the fucking other fighters you see today. That was a fucking good fight. I'm sorry. I don't care what anyone says.
It was fun. Yeah, it was a fun fight. Listen, there were moments in there where you're like, what in the holy hell is going on? But at the same time, this fight was way better than the Anderson Silva fight. I mean, that fight there was a joke. Like, this was an actual fight,
Yeah. And what the hell happened? Don't you remember, 6 months back, he put out a picture of him, totally shredded and shit, and shows up today, the other day, fucking dad bod?
Well, it is funny. Someone actually made a comment saying, we all are joking about him being a little frumpier now, but he still is in really good shape. It's just he's got that body, he's never had a very a Robbie Lawler-esque muscular body, but he still had a six-pack. You know what I'm saying? He's just a little thicker six-pack. I think the guy was in pretty good shape. I don't think the shape was much of a problem in the fight. I don't know if his heart was quite there. It just felt like he was kind of checked out in the thing. He wasn't talking shit and the whole deal.
Yeah, he's got that fucking social anxiety shit, and maybe he's fucking nervous, first fight back after so long.
Yeah, talk about rust, right?
Yeah, that rumor that he got, cracked really good in fucking sparring.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was floating around.
Played a part.
Yeah, I mean, the whole storyline, though, of him not having enough time, he wasn't prepared, maybe it was more mentally than anything, because we all know that this guy's like a triathlon. Him and his brother, they're constantly doing races and shit like that. They're always, it seems like even though he's partying and stuff, it still feels like this guy always keeps himself in relatively decent shape. It's not like he's getting Rampage style where he turns into a fucking walrus,
Yeah, but that partying life, that takes a toll on you, drinking every night.
Yeah, the time away, the partying. He's pushing 40 now. But here's the deal: Robbie Lawler is an older guy. He doesn't dabble in what the partying aspect of the of life like Nick. So he does have the advantage there. He's been in the cage more recent as well. But I think at Nick Diaz, maybe I'm nuts, but I think a trilogy fight. If Nick Diaz can get that chip back on his shoulder, I think that trilogy fight would be a hell of a lot more. I think that'd be great. And honestly, I don't see why Robbie wouldn't take the fight, because if you think about it, What is Robbie going to fight for a belt? Like, where does he go after beating a guy that's been out of the game for 6 years? It's not like you can give him a title shot.
Exactly, man. These young fucking bucks gonna fucking, beat Robbie. He hasn't looked too good lately, especially against Colby. And fucking, I don't know, man. Unless, like, fucking Dan Hardy actually gets off his fucking ass and gets back in the cage. I don't see anyone else.
What do you think about Brett Okamoto throwing out there Ben Askren coming back to fight Nick Diaz?
Oh, fuck's sake, dude. I don't want to see that shit.
No interest?
Nope.
Interesting. I kind of like it in some weird way. I don't hate it. I just want Nick to fight some novelty, weird-ass bullshit, and I would love to see Nick just beat the shit out of Ben Askren.
Yeah, he'll fucking just dry hump him.
Yeah, well, maybe. Yeah, maybe Ben just drags him down to the ground and it becomes a love affair. But I don't know. I have like this fantasy of Nick Diaz just beating the shit out of Ben Askren's stupid face. That'd be fun.
Yeah, if he beat Ben right now, like, who cares? He got fucking knocked out by Jake Paul in like the first few seconds, and then fucking he just had a fucking hip replacement or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's a win-win. Even if Ben wins the fight, it doesn't matter. Like, Nick's already a legend. It doesn't really fucking matter anymore. Nick will always be well respected. And people could be like, oh, his heart's not in the game, blah, blah, blah. If Nick wins, he beats the shit out of Askren. It's funny, It's not like, oh, Nick is so much better than Ben that, he should beat Ben. Like, we don't even know. It's just some circus bullshit that they could throw in there that I think people would be interested.
I don't know. Let him beat up on fucking Mickey Gall.
Mickey Gall? All right. You know what? I don't know, man. I think, Nick versus Mickey Gall. I think Mickey would beat him.
No, dude.
I think he would.
Fucking trash.
He is, but I think if this Nick Diaz goes out, I don't know. I think I got to pick Mickey. Maybe I'm nuts, but I hate to say it. I don't like Mickey Gall in any way, but I think Mickey beats him.
Okay, we didn't get to see like Nick too much on the ground this fucking time around, but on stand-up, fucking Nick can do enough to fucking beat Mickey Gall.
Mickey Gall's stand-up actually got a little bit better in his last couple of fights, too. Unless Nick Diaz is sticking his finger in Mickey's ass like Diego Sanchez did. Or that's what you can do there, too. Diego probably not fighting in the UFC again, but what if you give him a one-off with run it back with Nick? That's interesting.
No, I don't think they're going to touch fucking Diego ever again.
Probably not. I wish, I just want Nick to make some money. Give him some sort of circus fight. Have him make some. I like watching him.
I think he's trying to just fight out his contract so he can move over to boxing.
Yeah. How many fights are left with this guy? Do you know?
I have no idea. And have you heard anything new with Jones on the arrest?
No, I haven't heard anything. Nothing.
See, now the last couple of arrests, we heard everything up front. Now we're not hearing too much about it, so that makes me think something really bad happened.
Either that,
under wraps.
Or the Jones lawyers are sweeping everything under the rug. They're figuring out a way to make everyone happy. I don't know. It's weird. We posted a meme. It might have been a little insensitive about with, I don't know if you saw it, but with his wife with the headgear on. I laughed. I know it's fucked up, but I laughed. I don't know the story, but it's funny. Anyway, I don't know why I just thought of this. I was thinking about did you see Deontay Wilder? They had a message for Wilder had a message for Fury.
Oh yeah, I did see that.
Oh god,
he had
so
this
funny.
Big drawn out message to fucking Tyson Fury, yo, I'm gonna beat your fucking ass, cocksucker.
yeah.
Some
Hold on.
shit like that.
I'm gonna play I don't know if you're gonna be able to hear it, but I'll play it for the people if they didn't see this. Hold on a second here. This is so fucking funny. Oh, where's the sound? All right, hold on.
You better train your butt off as if your life depends on it, because your life depends on it. Don't go up missing.
I'm gonna smash your fucking face in, you prick. How about that for a fucking message?
I don't know if you heard. Did you hear that, Drunk?
I didn't hear Deontay, but I heard fucking Fury.
Oh, okay. All right. So fucking funny, man. Did you hear it over the phone?
Yeah.
Okay,
like
good.
Deontay Wilder, I could barely hear what he was saying, but as soon as Fury came on, I could hear him.
Okay.
No problem.
There we go. At least we got that working. Yeah. I was laughing so fucking hard. I can't wait for. I don't know, when is that fight? That's coming up, right? It's coming up October? When is that? I don't have my phone on me, but when the hell is that fight? We'll be reacting to that thing. Anyway,
Yeah.
what else you got, Drunk?
Fuck Wilder, dude. Because of him, we don't get fucking AJ versus Fury now.
But why do you want that? AJ sucks.
But yeah, then I wanted fucking Fury to fucking knock his ass out, so he'd be like looked at as the best fucking boxer right now.
Yeah, listen. We all know Fury. I mean, there were some people that thought Joshua was going to be Fury. I mean, listen, I'm not the biggest of boxing fans, but I think I have enough marbles in my head to know that Fury smokes Joshua. Before even this happened, I was saying it. So I didn't want to see it. Wilder, yes, Fury should beat Wilder again. That should happen. But Wilder always has that chance with that kiss of death in his hands, you know? And I love that. I love the fact that Wilder has that opportunity to knock you out, even if he's losing the entire fight. So I'd rather see the trilogy.
It could have happened later down the line.
Who cares? Anthony Joshua's a bum. He's just a muscular, specimen of a man that people get duped by muscles like Real used to say. Anything else, Drunk?
Yeah, Volkanovski. When y'all motherfuckers gonna stop doubting this man? I mean, me and Sean Hart been saying from the get-go, he's the real fucking deal. He fucking takes all his punishment and just fucking comes back stronger. Look at that fucking fight, dude. He was in trouble so many times, just came back and started whooping his fucking Ortega's ass.
Yeah, listen, you guys can hang your hat on that one. I do remember you. I remember Sean. And Australia's got themselves a real stud. Volkanovski looks like he is the real deal. Listen, when we're talking GOAT conversation, I got to play devil's advocate, but I can't deny the performance Saturday night. I can't deny the fact that this guy is the real deal. So I'm looking forward to seeing what's next for him.
Yeah, and fucking Merab said he's never gonna fight Aljo, so and he's the champ right now. So, what do you think about Merab moving up to 145 and fighting Volk?
I think, like I said before, I think Merab should skip the line for the interim title against Piotr Jan. And if Aljo doesn't find his way back, or if he does find his way back, then I would say, yeah, maybe move up if you think you're going to move up. Skip the line. Merab is hot right now. Let's go.
Yeah, but if he's not going to fight the champ, then what's the point of the interim?
The interim's for pay-per-view buys. Actually, there's no pay-per-view buys, right? That's a free fight. It's Abu Dhabi.
Oh, yeah, actually, that's the October card. So,
Yeah.
no pay-per-view.
I think Merab, Abu Dhabi, Piotr Jan. Let's go, baby. I mean, I see Kevin saying strip Aljo. It's kind of tough to do when the UFC doctors are saying that he can't fight. If that's true, you can't really strip him. You know what I'm saying? So stripping him sounds fantastic, but no. I don't think you could do that if the UFC doctors are saying he can't compete.
I think Aljo probably begged the UFC, like, just say your doctor said I couldn't fight. Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
People
Don't
call
make
me
me
a
play
clown.
the black card.
Yeah. Don't make me pull it out. I will. Tyron Woodley.
I'll say
you
y'all
guys.
racist.
Yeah, I don't know. Aljo, it's a tough. Well, thankfully, Longo has Merab now. They have Merab, because Aljo, it makes you scratch your head. As soon as he did the interview with ARIEL Helwani, and it was saying that he wasn't 100% and he probably shouldn't even be fighting, I was like, oh, for fuck's sake, man. What are we doing here? How do you book this fight when this guy's running around on interviews saying that he probably shouldn't even be fighting? So it was destined not to happen.
I think if he's just going to be this heel character, he needs to embrace it fully 100%. He's trying to be the good guy again, and nobody's buying it.
He can't. I don't know. He's flip-flopping. Even when he's doing the heel thing, it's falling flat. When he's making excuses, it's falling flat. Like, everything that he is doing is wrong. Like, everything. And he keeps on saying, like, and then he goes on ARIEL, and then he admits that the internet comments, he's human, and they get to me. Now he's playing victim. Again, it's like, dude, if it's getting to you, stop doing these fucking interviews and just fucking chill. Like, get off the grid for a little while. Train, get yourself together. When you're ready to fight for sure, then come back out from under the rock. Right? I mean, what are we doing?
All I know is I hope Triple C fucking comes back.
Fights Volk? Is that what you want?
Yeah, I would like to fucking see that fight. No doubt.
All right. The triple champ. All right, Drunk. Anything else?
Yeah, just to touch on what Paul was saying. You can't compare the opponents GSP was fighting to who Usman was fighting. fucking game has changed so much since then. It's like comparing like Rocky Marciano's opponents to like Mike Tyson's opponents or some shit like that.
Mm-hmm. Well, GSP, specimen, pure athlete. I tell you what, there's a reason why GSP could have came back and fought Usman. Like, there was a chance like he could have done that. He was willing to fight Khabib. Why did he not want to fight Usman? Because he realizes that he probably would lose to Kamaru Usman. Now, GSP is not in his prime. He was pushing 40 at the time, and he's 40 now. But at the same time, he could have went in there and squashed everything. He could have came back. You know, instead of fighting a smaller guy in Khabib, he could have came back and fought Usman, beat him, took the belt back, you know, and then answered all the questions. But he didn't, and there's a reason.
Yeah, kind of what you said in an interview a while back. Like, he becomes welterweight champion again. Who cares? He's already been there, done that. Khabib was something different.
Yes, but he did admit how good Usman is. If you've ever seen GSP talk about Kamaru Usman, he's very complimentary, very respectful of what Usman is doing. And I think deep down, GSP knows that Usman would probably beat him.
Who knows? Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. But GSP beat a bunch of guys on roids. Usman is fighting clean fighters.
GSP also, didn't he also lube himself up before fights?
Yeah, that was the rumor. That no, it was the night before he would take baths in like mineral oil, so it soaked in his skin. So the next night it was like he was sweated out, some shit like that.
Yeah,
some crazy shit.
Another problem too is GSP lost.
Yeah, but he avenged both his losses.
He did avenge, but he did lose to Matt Serra, right? That was one there, the biggest upset of all time. GSP is, you know, and like any given Sunday, I get it. But if Usman keeps winning and doesn't lose, I mean, you know, you're starting to get a stronger argument for Kamaru. Yes, it could be still technically premature to say Usman is the GOAT over GSP. But I think he has a very good shot at being that. I really do.
Well, we'll see. He's got a long road ahead of him. If he keeps putting on fights like he has been, you know, I'll start to respect him. Starts being so cringe on the mic.
Mm-hmm. Well, there you go. All right.
But Kobe's going to beat his fucking ass, so who cares?
All right. All right. Thank you, Drunk.
All right. Yeah. Later, Thomas.
Drunk Savage. I hope Colby wins, because that would be fun. Even though, listen, I'm on the Usman train. I said it from the beginning. He's my guy that I picked to be that dude to be the best welterweight. But it's better for the show if Colby wins.
Call from Beyond Infinity, Dynamic Coaching Life Improvement Workshop. To accept.
Brody, is that you?
It is me, Moth.
Uh-huh. Hold on a second.
Super chat.
You got a super chat coming in real quick.
Just gratitude.
Just gratitude. Thank you, Justin Gray, for the gratitude. Appreciate the donation. Hey, Mr. Toddler Voice, what's going on, my friend?
I'm good. I just want to talk to you about some things.
Okay. Now, Brody, have I been hard on you? Because Kevin from Chicago is simping. He has said in the chats that we have been very hard on you here on this show. I mean, are we being too mean to you?
I mean, do you want me to be honest?
Yes.
Okay. No, you're not being mean, but, you know, last week you hung up on me while I was talking.
Oh, yeah. All right, so that's what you're mad about? I mean, you were going a little bit long, no?
Well, yeah, but you also have to remember the main reason why I was still on the phone is because you took me asking questions about my family.
Well, someone walked in on you, and I wanted to learn a little bit more about the toddler verse. You know what I'm saying?
I guess.
It's like how they have the Spider-Verse. I'm going to call it the toddler verse. You know, you're an interesting person. We want to learn more about you. Anyway, I want to learn about what you have about the fights.
Okay. Anyways, okay, and don't forget to make me a sound bite. Don't forget that.
I tell you what, I was supposed to clip it and I didn't. I wanted to clip you yelling the MMA whole thing, but now it's lost in the archives. So if you come across a sound bite that you'd like on the show, slide into our DMs or something, or email us at the MMA-Holes info@gmail.com, and we will crowbar it in. How's that sound?
Good. Anyways, so first of all, I think Lewis is probably the one through Dautis.
Lewis and Daukaus, right? You talking about?
Yes, I think Lewis is going to run through him.
You think he's gonna run through him? Oh, all right. Now listen, Daukaus is a young, strapping, powerful stud of a human being over here. He cried after his bonus, and you think Lewis is gonna run through him?
Yes, I think he's going to make Daukaus cry for another reason.
Okay, so you're saying he's gonna bounce back, could get the job done. He's gonna have a chip on his shoulder after that last fight. It's not impossible. Yeah. Most knockouts, not an impossibility. You got to admit, this fight has to end in a knockout, right? That's it. Someone's getting slept.
Well, Chris Daukaus also has a black belt in jiu-jitsu.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you said there's a what the fuck was that? Was that a dog in the background? Or was that the brother again?
It's a dog. Just ignore it, please.
What kind of dog do you have?
Oh, here we go again. A pit bull.
Oh, a pit bull. That's like my favorite over there. Does your pit bull have a speech impediment with the bark? Is it have a little weird effect to its bark?
No, asshole. He doesn't.
Okay, so it's not contagious, correct?
No, it's
okay.
not.
I just want to make sure because I don't want to contract anything. I already got over the Rona, so I just want to make sure. Okay. So anyway, Daukaus gets slept by Derek Lewis. Okay. All right. What else you got?
I think Rob Font is a bad matchup for Aldo.
Rob Font, that's a fantastic fight, though, right? What a fight. That got announced not too long ago. Font, Aldo, you're saying Font's a bad matchup. So you say Font smokes him, finishes him, or a decision?
Well, it depends. If it's, I'm assuming it's 5 rounds, right?
It is. I don't know if it's a main event. I have no idea, to be honest. I know it's been announced, but I haven't really looked too far into it. So.
Okay. Well, if it's 3 rounds, then Aldo will probably win. If it's 5 rounds, I'll go Font by 4th or 5th round KO.
Okay. All right. Let me look this up here. Jose Aldo Jr. Jose Aldo. It's crazy. This guy's been around for so freaking long. Rob Font confirmed. It is, fight night, Aldo versus Font. So it should be a 5-rounder. You got Matt Brown versus Brian Barbereno. That's a fun one. Riddle versus Fiziev. Oh, Fiziev is coming back. Jimmy Crute versus Jamal Hill. Wow.
What a call so far.
It is a... Did you just call me a retard? What'd you say?
I said, what a tard.
What a tard? Did you just call me a fucking tard? What?
We're both tards.
Tard. Okay, it is a pretty good tard. This is, what do we got here? When is this? This is December 4th. It's a pretty good tard. I'm with you. Wow. Tavares versus Brendan Allen. Yeah, this is pretty good. Yeah. Oh, that little Mexican chick, too, Ruiz, is fighting Mallory Martin. Yeah. Wow, this is a pretty good tard, man. I'm with you.
It is. Okay.
I'm going to start calling it tards now. We might get canceled for this. I'm going to just blame you, all right?
Sure. Okay.
Okay. What else you got?
Okay. And I hope in January, Canada knocks Brunson out cold.
Not Blonde Brunson.
Yes, Blonde Brunson. He's a boring fuck.
What? You hope Cannonier? Oh,
I mean, if Brunson wins, he wins, but...
How do you not like the Blonde Brunson? Everyone loves blonde. Now, I want
to see a champion who wants to do both wrestle and strike. Not a guy who just wants to wrestle.
Yeah, this thing got released today. Yeah.
Also, Moss.
Yes.
I don't even 100%. I 101% agree with you that Usman is the welterweight GOAT.
Thank God there's a sensible human being here for goodness sakes. Like, what are people talking about?
Exactly. Usman has beaten better competition. GSP has beaten nothing but old fucking losers.
That's right. GSP with his padded record. Fucking GSP. Well, here's my problem with GSP. There was a nice streak of fights where I was like, oh, fuck, this guy's fighting. Like, and listen, I was casual in the game when I was watching GSP and his fights, and I was like, fuck, I was rooting hard for Johnny Hendricks. I just never was a massive GSP fan. I had the luxury of being able to see him beat Bisping at UFC 217, which is nice. I got to see GSP's last fight. That was cool. because he's done some very spectacular things if you look at his resume, right? I mean, his resume speaks for itself with the win streaks and all that green on his Tapology. But I was always bored by him. Like, I don't know. I just felt like he would fight to win. Like, just like not to like, he would try to outpoint people, would smother people. And I felt like he could do more. So, yes, I'm more leaning to... And now you got Kamaru Usman, who's like Khabib, who is getting better and finishing opponents, So, I don't know. I am a little biased, maybe.
Exactly. And keep this in mind. He fought Josh Koscheck twice and couldn't even finish him either time.
Come on, yes, that rat of a man with the stupid dyed hair, Koscheck, that piece of shit. I know what you're talking about, yes.
And no one likes him. He's a dick.
He's a dick.
He is.
That's right. Preach. Anything else?
I have some more things. I'll hurry up. Do not hang up on me.
Well, you got to make it quick. We got 10 minutes left, and we want to get more calls in. Do you have a girlfriend?
Sadly, no.
No? Okay. But you're only what? You're 16, 17? How old are you?
18.
18. Oh, okay. So you're 18 years old. You're good, man. Don't get a girlfriend till you're like 21. How's that sound?
Sounds terrible. Okay.
Terrible. So you're looking for a young... Are you on dating apps? So, what are we doing here? School? Like, what's going on?
Well, I want a girl who's nice, obviously, but I'm a virgin. And I don't want that to last.
You're a virgin? Oh, shit. We have to get you laid now. Anyone in the chat want to have sex with toddler voice Brody, preferably a female? Let us know. He needs to lose. He needs to pop the cherry. Wow. So you got to pop your cherry, man. Fuck. We got to do something about this. Yeah, no rush, though. Don't listen. It's okay, man. It's all right. You don't have to rush it, because what's going to happen is once you pop your cherry, you're going to be like, that was cool. That was fun. And then you're going to realize how psychotic a lot of these women are, and then you're going to be like, fuck, I wish I was a virgin again. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, let's get back to MMA. Stop changing the subject, okay?
Yeah, I mean, you're doing it, but okay.
All right.
I think Tatiana Salas to beat Shevchenko.
If we send you a real doll, would you have sex with it? If we put together a donation goal, and we sent a real doll to your house, would your parents get upset?
I wouldn't do it. You would. Oh, I'm not that weird.
You wouldn't hump a real doll. You ever seen them things? They look like the real thing, and they don't talk back. You don't have to snuggle with them afterwards. You're done. That's it.
Okay. Let's continue with MMA, please.
One's in the chat if you want to buy toddler voice Brody a real doll. Let's go, baby. One's in the chat if you want to help a brother out. All right, back to the call. What are we talking about? What's the next topic?
I think Tatiana beats Shevchenko, or could beat Shevchenko.
Suarez. Well, she can't even get her ass back in the cage.
Well, I'm saying if she could, because remember she beat Esparza, who's a hell of a wrestler as well.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
So, and what do you think that's for Ortega? I say maybe Calvin Tatum.
Next for T-City. I haven't really given it much thought. Let me look at the rankings here. This guy, man, he's got to be really down. You have to think 2 title shots and failed on both attempts. Both, wars. Let's see. Oh, shit. Yeah, Cater's kind of up there. It's not a bad fight. Yeah, I'm looking at it. Rodriguez is tangled up with Maxi Boy. Yeah, Cater's cool. I'm good with that. Giga Chikadze? How about that?
Maybe.
Yeah, I like that. Give me Giga. Because you got to think, you got Ortega's going to want to make a statement, and you got Giga Chikadze shooting up the rankings swiftly. Give him a leap. Yeah, let's go with Giga. I'm all right, Giga. I'm with Giga. Go ahead.
Okay. And Ortega, I know you ain't the biggest fan of him, but I think he deserves a little more respect.
I respect him as a tough athlete. I really do, and I think his jiu-jitsu is top-notch, maybe the best in the division. But I think he's kind of sleazy. Just saying. I don't know. He just comes across as a sleaze bag a little bit, This guy's dropping gang signs and fucking, I don't know. He's just so smug, and he's got fucking baby mamas all over the place. Like, this guy can't keep his dick in his pants. He's banging some weird, girl that looks like the sloth from Goonies. I don't know what's going on with this guy.
I mean, fair enough. But he's young. He's young.
Yeah.
Volkanovski won that fight. I'll admit that. He won that fight. I picked Ortega, but Volkanovski won that fight.
Yes.
But I don't think he won 4-1. I think he won 3-2, in my opinion.
You're wrong. But go ahead.
No, hear me out before you say I'm wrong completely, please.
I might have to hang up on you soon. I think you're wrong. I think Volkanovski could say won almost all 5 rounds. But go ahead.
No. Okay. Ortega won the 5th round. The 3rd round.
Yes, he did win the 5th. You're right. I'll give you that.
Ortega dropped him in the 3rd. He went for a submission like 3 or 4 different times. Now, I know he ended up on the bottom, being punched a bunch of times. Now, if you don't say that round could be a draw, to be honest.
Which one? The 3rd?
Yes.
Listen, I get it, man. You almost finished your opponent twice. I could see the argument. I could see it.
Yeah.
But I think yeah, but here's the... What the fuck? Was that a vibrator? What the fuck? Anyway, Brody, listen. Here's the problem. Here's my problem. Ortega almost finished it twice in that round. But what happened after that? Volkanovski got on top, and he beat the living shit out of him. He beat his fucking face into the mat to end the round. So there's where it swung back in Volk's favor. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
If now Volk just got out of it and survived the round, yes, I'm with you. But come on.
That's true.
Yeah.
You also have to remember Ortega, okay? He got headbutted. I mean, yes, he was already bleeding. I'm not making excuses.
They collided heads. It wasn't like fuck. I know he looks like Bonk, Volkanovski with that big dome of his, but they collided heads. It wasn't like, what I'm saying, they both got hit. It wasn't like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean, Jelly Bean?
I do know what you mean, Jelly Bean.
Okay.
But Ortega is still, he's young. I still think he could be champion. Maybe he doesn't beat Volkanovski Holloway.
No champion. Nope. No champion.
But
don't see he doesn't have that heart. Yeah.
Ortega, Oliveira would be a fun matchup in the future, even if it's not for the belt.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, they both got the jits. Although Oliveira beats him. We know this. We know the outcome of this fight.
What about in the striking?
In the striking? Yeah, I mean, I know Ortega's striking's gotten better, but I think I honestly think Oliveira's striking's better. Yeah, no, I can't go. Oliveira beats him. Sorry. I think the jiu-jitsu could nullify each other, and if it goes up to the feet, Ortega's decent, but I think Oliveira's striking got pretty damn good. Long length. Yeah, I got to go. Yeah, I don't want to see it. I don't care. Unless Ortega wins. If he wins the belt and defends and, turns things around, then we can talk about it, but right now, no. All right.
Any offense possible. Matt Sell was champion.
All right, Brody. Listen, come on, man. It was a fantastic call, but we got to go, all right?
Well, hold on. Please, just one more thing.
Yes.
Just one more thing. Volkanovski is not the featherweight goat. McGregor is ole.
Yeah.
And boyfriend.
And I didn't get the last part. 516-522-0267. Once again, Brody, it's like he's on a mechanical bull, and he's just hanging on for dear life. All right. We got limited time left in the show, so one more call. I didn't get the last part. I don't know what he said, but yeah. 516-522-0267. One more call, and then we're out of here. We'll see you tomorrow for the Contender Series. A big thank you to all the people that hit that like button. Those people over there are going straight to heaven. They're gonna drink with, or they're gonna dance and sing with Odin.
Call from
NH.
To accept.
Hello, Ann. You slipped in at the very end. What's going on, Knitter?
Hey, Chris. How you doing?
I'm wonderful. Wonderful. What's going on?
I'm wonderful too.
Nice.
That's good news, though. You guys are all COVID free. That's really good news.
That is good news. We are free. We are clear. The ivermectin kicked in. The horse nuts kicked in. The tranquil, whatever, they all kicked in. We're good to go now.
Yeah. Hi, Jesse. Hi, Ellie.
Hi. Hello, Ann.
All right, Nina. Since Brody took all the time here, we got to really speed this thing up. What do we got on your mind?
Brody took all the time. Yeah.
He's a hog.
Did. He's a hog. Yeah.
That's right.
Shame on him. I was like, man, those are a good fight. Man, that was a good card.
It was fantastic.
I enjoyed it.
Right? The 266 totally delivered.
I didn't do too bad on my picks.
Nice.
Only missed 2.
Oh, very good.
And the one guy I missed, what you were talking about, the nickname Tarantula. I'm going to pick him again. I'm going to pick him next time.
Yeah, Turner is he's pretty good. Yeah, I think he's a little underrated.
Yeah. I missed that by a long shot.
Yeah, it's crazy, right? This is what happens, though. Like, I made the same mistake, and we follow this guy on social media. Seems like a really cool dude. But sometimes we get smitten by the people, the foreigners from other countries with the unblemished record. You know, these weird-looking white guys that have unblemished. We're like, oh, they're going to win, of course. And then we look past the brother with the insane tools in his belt.
Yeah, I should have not. Yeah, I should have picked him.
He's good. Yeah, he's
I don't know why. I don't know why I did that. Oh well, that was pretty bad.
It's all right.
But you know, you're talking about how Lawler and Nick looked. You know, I think Nick was hurt. You know, hurting with his strikes and stuff. You know, but he was just so much slower. It looked like he wasn't hurting, but I know he was still punching good. But he just looked so much slower. A lot slower.
Yeah,
I mean,
he did. He looked very slow out there.
Yeah, I was like super slow compared to Lawler. Lawler was like, I'm going after him, but yeah, I was disappointed. I wish he could have kept on. I was enjoying the fight. I just wish it would have gone longer.
Yeah. I mean, it would have been fun going longer if we had that chip on his shoulder, Nick. It would have been a different fight for sure. I'm not saying Nick would have definitely won, but it would have been even crazier. And how could you get even more crazier? I mean, that was just back and forth of them just beating the shit out of each other. The thing that made me scratch my head is, as slow as Nick throwing them punches, he still landed so many. 150 total strikes. And somehow Robbie Lawler is just eating them over and over again. And I'm saying to myself, you know what? Yeah, Robbie looks better, but I don't want to see Robbie fight any of these top guys, because if he's getting hit like this, the way Colby Covington peppered him with all the punches, it's the same thing with Nick Diaz coming in even slower. So I don't know what's left for Robbie either.
Yeah, but I still picked him. I kind of figured he was going to win because I wanted Nick to win, but I just like, no, I'm going to go with Lawler. I wanted Nick. You know, I would have been happy if Nick would have won. No problem with that.
Yeah, Lawler's a great pick.
He's a great, yeah. I don't think he's a bad fighter, but hey, that's my opinion. He's getting a little older, but hey, you know.
Yeah. No, in that situation, I should have listened. I mean, I had a bad feeling. I was telling Jesse, I'm like, I don't know if we should leave it there. But if I would have waited to Friday and then made my official picks and not throw my bet in early, I probably would have picked Lawler too. Yeah, it was a very smart pick over there, especially watching him throw hands. I just picked up my heart with that one for sure. But I think
I always wait till last minute.
It's the best way to do it.
That's when I do mine.
It's smart.
Last minute, right down to like 2 minutes left.
100%.
That's me. That's what I always do. And you're saying about Shevchenko?
Hold on a second, Ann. We got a donation slipping in here.
Nick is done. Robbie Lawler corner had to tell him to finish Nick off because they were just making it an entertaining show.
I believe it. Thank you, Chubbs. All right, Ann, what'd you say about Shevchenko?
Yeah, she's just great. I've always loved her. I just thought she was so good. First time I saw her fighting, I just think she's great. And yeah, like you said, I don't think anybody's going to beat her. And I never really thought Murphy would come close, and she didn't.
No.
And
she landed
I didn't really
19.
like Murphy.
19 strikes.
I didn't really like her. 19 strikes. And I didn't really like her when she was on Tough. I don't know. I just didn't think she was that great. I still don't. I think she just got lucky.
Well, she showed up. I guess that's it.
She showed up. Yeah,
right.
And knew really good for the Volk, man. Respect to him. Yep. I definitely, yes. He's surprised. I mean, I didn't surprise me what he did, but I thought he was done for when Ortega had him in that. Oh man, I was just like, geez.
Yeah,
get out! No, he did.
One of the most intense things I've ever seen. That third round was fantastic, but Volk proved.
That was just like, wow. I was just like, oh man, this is great. And of course, you know, the way I was watching was kind of going in and out. So I was like, don't go out now.
A lot of people, I heard a lot of people have problems with streams and stuff like that. I don't know what's going on, but
yeah, I don't know. ESPN Plus, I love it, and I got it to you guys, but man, we got the best internet we could get, the highest, you know, and this and that, and the damn thing, ESPN Plus still keeps going out, and it buffers and everything, and I get upset.
Wow, it's wild, huh?
It's right in the middle. Yeah, I don't know why it
So
does
you
it,
paid
but-
for the pay-per-view?
This last one I didn't know.
Oh.
But I do watch the other fights on ESPN Plus, and it goes.
Oh, okay.
It
That
buffers a lot.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Hmm.
So in the middle of the good fight, or
That's
you
not
know,
good. You might. How's your
I don't-
internet? You might want to up the internet too. Might be a problem.
We did.
Oh, you did, huh?
Yeah, we did. We
And
got
still
yeah.
Interesting. Anyone else
Yeah.
in the chat having that problem? Like, we used to have problems with ESPN all the time, and now it's great. I don't know. It's weird. I'm curious. Yeah.
I saw a few others that said it before that they had trouble with their ESPN Plus buffering quite a bit too.
Yeah, it's not
And I
even.
said, well,
it's not impossible. Well, I hope that gets better for you, for sure. And listen, we are out of time here. Any last thoughts?
All right. I just love you guys. Glad you're all healthy now. I love little Ellie. It's just great. I love her little laugh and talking. It's just so cool seeing her grow up. She's getting so big. And I love all you MMA-Holes. You guys are awesome.
We love
And
you too, Ann.
I'm an MMA-Hole for life.
Love you, Ann.
OG. Love you, Jesse.
All
Bye,
right.
you guys.
Bye, Ann. All right,
Love you.
there's
Bye.
Ann. Much love to the knitter calling in.
I gotta
ending the
love
show.
'em.
Yeah, so let me know if you have problems with ESPN Plus. I mean, we've been pretty we are very transparent, even though we're sponsored by them. At the same time, when we do have problems with them, we fucking go crazy. But lately, they've been great. We've had zero issues. The only issue that we come across is if you buy the pay-per-view the day of, it gets super glitchy. Like, sometimes it's difficult to buy the pay-per-view. So we always recommend you buy it early in the week if you're going to buy those pay-per-views. All right. Anyway, speaking of ESPN Plus, you're watching the Contender Series tomorrow. Link in the live chat, the description. Poly Market has all the trading for you guys as well. If you want to jump over there in Poly Market, you get that. Hold on a second over here. There it is. Look at that. The bullwash.com song. Let's get rid of that. Yeah. So here we go. Sign up with referral code MMA-Holes to get up to $100 reimbursed on your first day of trading. There you go. So just go to the link in the description. Check it out for yourself. Win some money. We won last Saturday. And Head Rush as well. We'll be shipping out the shirt to the winner of Goat Milk, who, by the way, is in first place. The Scrote Master. 20% off. MMA-Holes is the code. Link in the description for your Head Rush gear. And yeah, Scrote Master has taken first place. So Carper is no longer in the lead. Scrote Master up top with 1625. 2 wins, 2 Goat Milk wins. And that's pretty wonderful over there. Glove Touch, unfortunately, not in the mix. Couple of donos, and we'll get out of here. Wonderful. The Joker.
What are we doing talking about the Nick fight? Volkan Ortega was fireworks. Joker go. Also, thank God I didn't bet on Murphy. That was sad.
Ooh. Some people did, right? Yeah, some people like that heavy underdog. You know, you never know. Makes it interesting. Chubbs. Wonderful.
Valentina is the GOAT. I've been saying it forever, and guess what? Her post-fight interview was basically she knows it.
She is very confident in her status as the 125-pound champ. Valentina looking real good. I say she stays there, keeps defending, and who knows? Wonderful. The Joker coming back.
Sadly, we can't facilitate illegal streamers here because Dana might shut it down. Hint, hint. Joker.
That's true. Listen, you're taking a gamble with that shit. All right, friends. Thank you for the donations. I'll see you tomorrow night.
Thank you so much to our sponsors, as Moss mentioned, Polymarket, Head Rush, and MysticRootCBD.com. Promo code MMA-Holes for all three for all your discounts on all your favorite products, as well as ESPN Plus. Link in the description to watch the Contender Series tomorrow night. Thank you, Ellie, for your input. Yeah, and yeah, we'll be live again tomorrow night. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Don't be an a-hole. Be an MMA-Hole.